ready to play as they take the field now. And guys are going in and out of the clubhouse here in the dugout, checking in on updates and as the tarp was going on and off the field. But, you know, they're having a little fun, too. So Carlos Gomez was signing autographs. We found a large glove. He and Parra were playing catch here in the dugout. You know, they're kind of make it fun, keep it loose. Good nice cut on those guys for that, and making gum jewelry. So whatever it takes to pass the time, right, during a rain delay. But they're ready to go now, and we're ready for baseball. And Cole Hamels taking the mound. Certainly a few scouts here in the stands waiting for this game to get started as well.
Yeah, no question about that. He is one of those pitchers, Rock, maybe one of the two that are available. He and Johnny Cueto that are going to be highly coveted for contending teams the rest of the season.
Yeah, perhaps if anybody else for the Phillies was starting this ball game tonight, we probably would have had about 3 innings in already, but they certainly don't want to have the rains come after Hamels gets ready to go and pitches for a little while. You know, risking not being able to have him throughout the game. 16 start for Hamels, very good numbers. Unfortunately, hasn't been getting a lot of run support. He's 5-6. The Phillies have scored a little over 2.5 or a little less than 2.5 runs a game for him. And certainly everybody keeping a watchful eye on Cole Hamels once again this year. A lot of speculation as to whether he's going to be trading by the trading deadline. Well, let's check out the Phillies Menards defense, dead last in the National League with 59 errors this year. Ashe, Revere, and Brown in the outfield. Very good third baseman, rookie Maikel Franco at third. You got Galvis and Hernandez up the middle, Ryan Howard at first, and Carlos Ruiz, the all-star catcher, behind home plate.
And the first pitch of the ball game by Cole Hamels is up high, ball one, and away we go finally here in Philadelphia. Segura back in that leadoff spot. Hamels is a quick worker, and I'm sure he was chomping at the bit to get back on the mound and get this thing going here tonight. Hamels is coming off a subpar start his last time out. He's really only had 3 poor starts this season. Segura hits one sharply out to second base, and Hernandez will make the play for out number 1.
Yeah, 3 poor starts, and 2 of them have come in the month of June. 0-2 this month, and a .432 earned run average. You can see the numbers right there. Pretty good month of May. Earned run average pretty good for Hamels, but the win-loss record, because of lack of run support. Making start number 13 against the Brewers. He's 7-3.
Here's Jonathan Lucroy coming off a big game yesterday. Lucroy continues his success at Citizens Bank Park as well. 4 hits yesterday. Could have had 5. He actually had 4 base hits and a line drive out. And he drove in a couple of runs. Lucroy threw out a base runner as well. That's been a big part of the story. And Lucroy, who has been working hard with all of the various mechanics of his swing, had it going last night. These 2 guys, Braun and Lucroy, with tremendous numbers at Citizens Bank Park. Lucroy is a .500 hitter in this venue.
And he's 6 for 13 against Cole Hamels lifetime. Ryan Braun with pretty good numbers against Hamels. They're starting to swing the bats much better. This will be a good test for him tonight.
Hamels deals a strike to Lucroy. 3-1. Hamels has the postseason pedigree. He was not only the LCS MVP, but the World Series MVP in 2008, the year the Phillies won the title. He's been a terrific postseason pitcher for them. And at their strength, at their peak, it was Hamels and Cliff Lee and Roy Halladay. And boy, what a pitching staff they had.
In the middle of a 7-year contract. He's got 3 years left, so whoever is able to snatch Hamels away from the Phillies is going to have to give up quite a bit. Going to have him around for a while.
Full count to Lucroy. Inside, he missed, and ball 4. And Lucroy is aboard with 1 away here in the first inning. That'll get Ryan Braun at the plate with a man on base.
Cole Hamels, mid-90s with a fastball. He'll cut it. He'll also sink it. A lot more sinking fastballs, 2 seamers than cutters these days. And he's got a very good changeup. That changeup, one of the better changeups in baseball. He'll flip a curveball up there once in a while.
Here's Ryan Braun, a 3-hit night last night. continuing his success at this ballpark, Citizens Bank, and way inside, almost hit him. So Braun in 23 games here at Citizens Bank Park has 10 homers and 25 runs batted in, and that batting average you saw, that's over 400. Against Cole Hamels, he has good numbers as well. It's interesting that 3 of his 10 career hits against Hamels have been home runs. Big bouncing ball to third. Franco can't make the play. Tried to barehand it. That would have been his only chance to throw out the speedy Braun at first, and the Brewers have 2 on with 1 man out.
And mentioned that the Phillies defense has not been very good this year, but that will be a base hit. And playing way behind the bag, almost at the grass, toward the outfield, and the only way he would have been able to make a play was to pick it up barehanded. You can see the ball scooting toward the line as it takes that second hop.
It's one of the Phillies' bright young prospects over at third base. And maybe the young player they are most encouraged about, Maikel Franco. So here's Gomez with 2 on, 1 man out. Gomez in the cleanup spot once again, and he swings away at the first pitch. Gomez took the collar last night. He was one of the few Brewers that did not post a hit in the game, he and Segura. The Brewers had 7 runs on 16 hits last night. It's their 4th 16-hit game of the year.
Big 3-run 6th inning got the Brewers a lead in last night's game. They were down 4-1 last night.
And Gomez fouls it away.
You expect Carlos to see a lot of off-speed pitches here tonight. The cut fastball, the changeup. Hamels likes that changeup quite a bit.
And Gomez fouls that one off his foot. Got an update from Montreal. The United States have scored a goal on a penalty kick. Carly Lloyd with a goal.
Wow.
And it's 1-0 U.S. A lot of time left in the second half of that one. We'll keep you updated. It's on Fox Sports Go. You can check it out on your device, or you can check it at Fox as well. We just ask that you keep our game up. That's all. That's not asking too much. We'll keep you updated.
I mean, you're doing a pretty good job with the play-by-play when something happens.
We got a good we got a good staff up here today. We got not 1 Sam, but 2 here in the booth helping us out. 0-2 pitch, and Gomez a little tapper. Hamels will make the play. He's very good around the mound. Takes care of Gomez for out number 2. Both runners advance.
Pretty good defensively after he gets rid of the baseball, and he can hit a little bit. Not a sure out when he comes to the plate, Cole Hamels.
Joe Ramirez with 2 away. Brewers trying to jump on Hamels here in the first inning. And a walk and an infield hit. Lucroy at third, Braun out at second. And Ramirez takes one way inside. Last night, Ramirez had one of the big moments in the game. Craig Counsell played a significant card early in that game. 6th inning, he decided to take his pitcher out and have Ramirez hit. Now Nelson was pitching well at the time, and the Brewers were down a run. Ramirez had a pinch hit appearance, and he doubled into the right center field gap. It drove in 2 runs, and it gave the Brewers the lead for good.
Pinch hitting has been pretty good for the Brewers throughout the season, but has been particularly good lately. 2 last night. Ramirez and Peterson coming off the bench with hits.
One and 2 on Ramirez. Those who have been following Cole Hamels say he is throwing a significant amount of sinking fastballs lately. The 2-seam sinker, you see, loads up that grip with the curveball grip.
The spike curveball digs the nail into the seams, and Gets a little extra grip on it.
And he missed down and in with it. And just because he holds it that way before he makes the pitch doesn't mean he's throwing that pitch.
One of the guys kept the foul ball.
Yeah, you start with it, then you can move the fingernail off of the seams and hitter can't see it. But other way around, I think the hitter will be able to notice if he's digging that finger in to throw the curveball. Pitchers do the same thing with a splitter.
Here's a 2-2, and Ramirez back up the middle and a base hit. In to score, Lucroy. Around third, coming home is Braun, and he'll score. And Aramis Ramirez drives in 2 more in his first at bat of the night. A 2-out, 2-strike single, and the Brewers lead 2-0 right out of the gates.
4 RBIs for Ramirez in 2 at bats here at Citizens Bank Park, taking that one right back through the middle. Yeah, so the swinging bunt by Gomez, both runners able to advance, and Hamels falls behind 2-0.
Ramirez now with 32 runs batted in, and let's see if his bat's going to start to heat up. Here's Gerardo Parra, and a swing and a miss. This will be the tough matchup of the night for the Brewers lineup. Parra, the lefty, against the tough lefty Cole Hamels, who has been extremely difficult on left-handed hitters this year.
And the only lefty in the lineup is Gerardo Parra.
The Brewers do not have a right-handed outfield option at this point. Shane Peterson is the 4th outfielder. He's left-handed. And Parra's been able to hold his own against lefties this season. So you take the defense on a night like this with Cole Hamels. The Brewers are expecting Chris Davis back shortly. He'll begin a minor league rehab assignment in Appleton with the Wisconsin Timber Rattlers tomorrow. He is the right-handed version. Ramirez takes off, and how about that? Aramis Ramirez with a stolen base.
Wasn't paying attention to him, and as much as you don't see that very often and you don't expect it, the sneak attack, and another man in scoring position gets a walking lead, a running start, and no chance for Ruiz. That go down as a stolen base against Ruiz. Not fair. That was off Hamels.
First stolen base attempt of the year by Ramirez. His first steal. Aramis will go stealth every now and then. He does it a few times a year. Last year he had 3 stolen bases. And Parra swing and a miss to end the inning. Good start for the Brewers after an hour and 20-minute rain delay. 2 on the board courtesy of Ramirez. Hamels and a 2 RBI single by Aramis Ramirez with 2 outs. Interim manager Pete Mackanin, who was announced today as the manager for the rest of the season for the Phillies. Originally they had told him he just has to the end of this homestand, so he'll be here the rest of the year. Potawatomi lineup for McCannon, Revere, Hernandez, Michael Franco. Middle of the order is Howard, Brown, and Cody Ashe. And then you got Ruiz, Galvis, and Cole Hamels rounding it out.
Well, and fifth start for Taylor Youngman here tonight. He's got 2 wins on the year, both coming on the road. He had 2-0 road record with a 346 earned run average overall. Good numbers for Taylor. A 274 earned run average and no decision his last time out against the Mets. 4 hits, no runs in 5 innings at Miller Park.
Stake to a 2-run lead. Youngman will face Ben Revere to start it for the Phillies. And the crossfire action of Taylor Youngman. First pitch at 93 and it's in there for a strike. Good sign early with velocity from Youngman. Both of these pitchers tonight, the starters, had, as far as a rain delay goes, it's about the best scenario you could have. There was one little bump in their warm-ups when they put the tarp back on. The original start time here was 10 after the hour. And then they wanted to wait out this one cell that came close, so they had to stop for a little bit, but this game began at 25 after the hour. And so really no disruptance of the routine for these 2 starting pitchers.
Yeah, that's not going to affect them too much. The only thing that would affect them if they start the game, then have the hour rain delay, then it'd be kind of iffy if they're able to come back. That's why they waited. You don't want to waste a game where Cole Hamels is starting, especially with the way the Phillies pitching's been lately.
Phillies played a doubleheader against the Washington Nationals on Sunday, and they used every pitcher available in their bullpen and had to go back into that bullpen again last night as Revere beats one into the ground. Out to Perez, and there's out number 1. And you've met Perez. Let's see the rest of the Brewers defense tonight, courtesy of Menard.
Yeah, a little bit shaky to start the game in yesterday's game here against Philadelphia. First 2 innings not very good, but later on in the game, outstanding work defensively. Park, Gomez, and Braun in the outfield. Ramirez, Gene Segura joins Perez up the middle, with Jason Rogers getting a start at first base, his 12th start of the year at first. And Lucroy back behind home plate. Has been throwing the baseball extremely well.
Here is Cesar Hernandez, the switch hitting second baseman of the Phillies, taking over for Chase Utley, who is on the disabled list with an ankle injury. Hernandez 2 hits last night, had 4 hits in the second game of a doubleheader on Sunday, had 2 hits in the first game of that doubleheader on Sunday. So he has 8 hits in his last 3 games. And has taken his batting average from the low 200s to the 270s. Very fast base runner. And Segura knows he's got to hurry it to first. And going to be close. Safe is the call.
And you can't take those crow hops with Hernandez getting down the line. That's the mistake that Segura made. A couple of crow hops. Not sure he was able to get a good handle on the baseball the first time. Watch the way Hernandez gets down that line. I mean, he is picking him up and setting him down, and he's taking a little bit too much time, and it's a bad throw. Throw down in the dirt. Not sure if they would have had him anyway. It'll be an error on Segura.
Yeah, they scored at E6, but I think you're right. Even if Rogers picks the throw, Hernandez is going to be safe. Segura knows that Hernandez runs well. It looked like as he rushed his throw there, he couldn't get a grip on the ball, and that extra little crow hop cost him. Here's Michael Franco now. Franco had an 0 for 4 night last night, and if you were watching some of the highlight shows last night, I'm sure you saw the Carlos Gomez leaping catch in center field. One of the best plays of the night in the big leagues. And out at first. Hernandez is picked off by Taylor Youngman.
He's just standing there. I think he believes that he was safe. Pete McCann is going to give his group opportunity to take a look at it. That's a quick feed. I don't know about that. Those will definitely be looked at.
First base umpires Adam Homari. And Pete McCann indicating that he wants to take his 30 seconds to decide if he wants to go to a challenge or not.
Good throw right on the money, and That's going to be close. Is there enough to overturn it?
Probably give us the best look here. And the hand is, oh man, that's tough.
Yeah, no. I mean, I don't know if there's enough, and McCann's going to give up. Say, nope, I'm not challenging.
Those first inning challenges, those come with a little more pressure on a manager. If you challenge and it's not overturned, and a lot of these close calls are not overturned, you lose your challenges the rest of the game. So that's the second out, wipes out the error. And Franco takes a first pitch for a ball.
By quick feet by Youngman and a perfect throw.
Ground ball to third, Ramirez. And a good start for Taylor Youngman. So a shutdown inning after the Brewers got him 2 in the first. We head to the second with the Crew coming up. As we head to the second, and a reminder, Saturday the Rays will take on the Yankees in a game you can only see on Fox Sports 1. That starts at 11:30 a.m. Central, and then at 6 o'clock p.m. Central it's baseball night in America, the Brewers and the Reds. That'll be on your local Fox station, and it's all this week. Home for baseball every Saturday, Fox and Fox Sports 1.
Yeah, Brian and Eric Karros doing that game on Fox. BA.
Jason Rogers leads off, takes a strike. Our other 2 games in Cincinnati will be on Fox Sports Wisconsin, and every game the rest of this series here in Philadelphia. 2 night games remaining in this one, tomorrow and Thursday. Rogers hits it right on the barrel, but right at the center fielder Revere for the first out.
And I'll be working with you on the rest of the road trip.
Well, to be determined. You know you're in for tonight, and we'll just take that day by day.
Depends on how tonight goes.
See how your performance is tonight. We'll make that decision tomorrow. That goes for both of us.
Yeah. That's the way it is every time you strap this headset on.
Hernan Perez takes a ball high. It's like, you know, for players, they never take for granted putting on and off, taking off the uniform, right? Same with our headsets.
At least they shouldn't.
We never take for granted taking off the headsets.
Right.
Except when things get a little loud in the left ear. That's where Brad Weimer's coming in, our producer tonight.
And hour-and-a-half rain delays with no rain.
Right. It did not rain.
I'm just saying.
I know where you're going with that.
Okay.
But I will give the Philadelphia Phillies credit, because the radar did look like rain was right on top of us. So They erred on the side of caution, especially with Cole Hamels on the mound. I think if it's anybody else, they probably roll him out there and say start the game.
Yeah.
Perez drives one into right center field. That is hit deep and down off the wall. Revere goes crashing into the wall, and here goes Perez to third. And he is in there with a triple. What a story this guy is turning into for the Brewers. Hernan Perez.
Well, he is really swinging the bat. I mean, off to a slow start when he first came over here and didn't have too many at-bats with the Tigers. Well, a nice stroke. I mean, just nice and easy. Not a whole lot of movement in that swing, and just drives that one. One that hops the wall out there, and a one-out triple. Hernan Perez, he looks like a pretty good player.
Well, he had 2 hits last night. His first triple of the year. He almost hit his first homer of the season and of his career last night. Has extended a hitting streak to 9 consecutive games. And he gives Youngman an at-bat with 1 out, and a squeeze is on, a little safety squeeze.
And Perez has looked pretty good in the field, too. Third base, second base, no matter where Craig Counsell puts him. Good soft hands, accurate throwing arm. Infield in with Taylor Youngman at the plate.
Youngman's proven to be a pretty good hitter at the plate. He's got an idea. There's the bunt, and Perez will let Hamels play it. Youngman is out. Trying to get that bunt towards third base. And Perez got caught in no man's land for a bit, so Youngman retired. Good try. And now 2 outs with a runner at third. We go to the top of the order. Segura bounced out last inning. First at bat of the game. That Perez hitting streak, by the way, is a heavy 9-game hitting streak. He's hitting .482.
Yeah, not a bunch of one-fers in there, are there? Doing some damage at the bottom of the order. One of the reasons that the Brewers have been winning games lately. Bats are starting to come around. The bullpen continues to be very good. Starting to get some more consistent starting pitching, particularly from the bottom of the rotation.
Segura ahead in the count. And a swing and a foul. Hamels not on his best command early in this game. Not sure if the delay had an effect or not, but Hamels normally a strike throwing machine. He has only gotten ahead of hitters on 3 occasions to the first 10 batters faced. 3 for 10 in first pitch strikes. Segura on the ground to short. Galvis will make the play, and the inning is over. A triple, the first of the year for Hernan Perez. He is stranded at third. We head to the bottom of the second.
in Casino. The Brewers have a 2-0 lead here in the second, and it is the 5th career start for Taylor Youngman. Had a chance to catch up with him about his start to his career, and he says he feels pretty good. He said he went 5 shutout against the Mets in his last start, took a no decision, felt he didn't have his best stuff, but was happy he was able to make pitches and get himself out of trouble. And he said that's really the biggest thing. He's done a great job of keeping things simple, start to start, giving the team a chance to win. Definitely wants to go deeper in games as he did in his debut in Pittsburgh, but bottom line, he says, I want to continue that confidence that I had from that debut, carry it over the rest of the way.
And Youngman will face Ryan Howard to start the bottom of the second. And Sophia makes a good point about Youngman, who I think the Brewers always felt was going to be a big league pitcher. I mean, he's a first rounder and had great pedigree out of the University of Texas. He pitched in a lot of big games there and was always up for the moments as a collegiate pitcher. And sometimes you just take a flyer. When a guy's struggling in the minor leagues, you bring him to the big leagues. It gives him a whole new perspective, new life. He's a great competitor. Everybody understands that and sees that in Taylor Youngman. Just wonder if the stuff's going to continue to play and what adjustments he will make now that it's starting to be some video and some scouting on him at the big league level.
Yeah, just about every time out. I mean, for a while now, it's going to be the first time hitters have seen him. So, they make adjustments quickly. It's going to be important for Youngman to be able to have more consistency with his off-speed stuff. Curveball, start mixing in some change-ups. It really is amazing how a guy can be so successful in 4 starts in the big leagues and posted a .637 ERA in the minor leagues.
Got the shift on for Ryan Howard. 3 infielders on the right side. Perez back in the grass. He was one of the first to get this kind of shift. I mean, the shift has been around for a long time. They used to have shifts like this on Ted Williams even back in the 40s and the 50s. But Howard was the one guy that the consistent shifting started to show up on the pull side, and Youngman walks him. And a base runner here to start the second inning.
And he's got tremendous power. At least he used to the opposite field, but that's when he hits the ball in the air. Very rarely does he ever hit the ball on the ground in that direction. That's why you can get away with a shift like that. And that was before all the scouting reports and the spray charts and all those things. It was just one of those things that teams did to big power hitters to try and force them maybe just to not try and hit home runs and just trying to scoot one over toward the left side like a guy like Howard.
Here's Dominic Brown. He takes a strike from Youngman.
Yeah, but now with the way teams are scouted, everybody gets shifted in some respect. At least most of them.
Runner first to start the inning. Brewers lead 2-0 as Brown takes a strike. Well, we welcome all of you who've been watching the soccer match, and big win for the United States here in Philadelphia. Our Columbia St. Mary's worth another look. Ramos Ramirez with a 2-out, 2-strike, 2 RBI single in the first inning off Cole Hamels, giving the Brewers the early lead here tonight as Brown strikes out. Taylor Youngman working a scoreless first. A leadoff walk here to Ryan Howard, but a strikeout, his first of the night. And that gets you caught up. We had an hour and 20-minute rain delay here tonight. So the timing works out well.
And Youngman just got Brown on a good curveball. Important pitch for him.
Here's Cody Ashe of the Phillies. Left-handed hitting left fielder. There are a ton of lefties in the lineup tonight. You got 2 switch hitters and 5 left-handed batters in the lineup. So 7 of the 9 that Youngman will face will be batting off the left side. Congratulations to the United States women's national team. They advanced to the final. It'll be Sunday against either England or Japan. A 2-0 victory over Germany just concluded a moment ago. This is game 2 of this series with the Phillies. The Brewers won last night, a final of 7-4. Making a winner out of Jimmy Nelson last night. Francisco Rodriguez saved his 16th of the year. There's a liner to right, base hit. Howard to second. And Cody Ashe with a firm single to right field. 2 on with 1 away. And Taylor Youngman in a bit of trouble here in the second inning.
Yeah, that crossfire cut action on his fastball, not as effective to left-handers, and that's one of those adjustments that he's going to have to make, and maybe two-seam a couple once in a while, but left-handers typically like it down and in, and actually able to hit it hard into right.
Here's one of the familiar faces remaining in this Phillies lineup, Carlos Ruiz. Chooch, they call him. And a big part of those division titles, those 5 consecutive division championships and a World Series title. He was behind the plate for the Roy Halladay no-hitter 2010 as well. Last night Cameron Rupp got the call behind the plate, and Youngman drills Ruiz. First pitch, he hits him, and now the bases are loaded for the Phillies. They are at the bottom of their order, but Youngman has them loaded with 1 out.
Trying to catch that inside corner, just got away from him a little bit, and a walk, a base hit, now a hit batter. He's covered them all in this inning.
Well, Counsell saw Youngman against the Mets. A very similar kind of day. Threw a lot of pitches in his 5 innings. Gave up 4 hits. He walked 2. That was the game the Brewers lost 2-0 to Jacob deGrom. So he's catching deGrom and Hamels in back-to-back games. Bases full for Freddie Galvis. Ground ball. Rogers has it to home for 1. Back to first, and it hits the runner, and into right field it goes.
Man.
And a run will score for the Phillies.
Yeah, that'll be an error on Lucroy. 2 errors now for the Brewers. That's a bad break, particularly with the pitcher coming up. And you got to clear that runner as he gets down the line. It looked like Galvis was in the running lane. Good play by Jason Rogers, getting rid of it quickly. No, it's pretty close. It looked as though not sure he had both feet in that running lane. Not a reviewable play. Well, you get a play like that. If you're Lucroy, you got to clear the runner. You got to take a couple of crow hops, and if you have time, make a throw so you don't hit the runner.
So a run is in on an error. A throwing error by Lucroy, his 2nd in as many games. Well, had a chance to get out of the inning right there. Putout goes 3-2. Hamels, the pitcher, at the plate with runners at the corners. And a bouncer to short. Segura makes the play to win the inning. So an error leads to a run. A couple of walks in the inning and a base hit. Only 1 comes in against Youngman. Baseball on Fox Sports Wisconsin is brought to you by Miller Lite, the original light Pilsner. Cheers, it's Miller time. And by the Wisconsin Lottery, reminding you to please play responsibly. Well, we're dodging thunderstorms tonight, and the head groundskeeper having a chat with the crew chief over there. That is Mark Carlson, the third base umpire. And for now, we play on. There are a ton of little cells popping up all around us here in South Philadelphia. Brewers lead it 2-1. We head to the third now, and it'll be Lucroy to start it.
What did they do before radar? They waited for it to rain, right? Then put the tarp on?
That's pretty much.
Isn't that what you're supposed to do?
It's kind of the way, and it would have worked beautifully tonight. We could have been probably in about the 6th or 7th inning by now had they done that tonight. Sometimes technology works to your disadvantage.
I mean, really, come on.
So Lucroy leads off. He'll be followed by Braun, then Gomez. A Lucroy throwing error on what looked like a double play chance to get Youngman out of the inning leads to the run for the Phillies. Hamels falling behind Lucroy again, 3-0, just like his first at bat. Lucroy drew a walk in the first. Hamels did come back and get him in a 3-2 count, then lost him. Good sign early. The Brewers aren't chasing, and Hamels has not quite found those corners yet. The changeup. That changeup that Hamels throws is one of the best in the big leagues. It has been for a long time. He learned that changeup by watching Trevor Hoffman growing up in San Diego. He was a Padres fan, and he watched Trevor Hoffman save all those games, getting into the 600 save club with a plus changeup, and Hamels decided he wants to learn how to throw it himself. And he developed a good one.
And he gets a lot of strikeouts on it. He's 6th in the National League in strikeouts. And with the strikeouts at par in the first inning, 107 punch outs.
He is a 3-time All-Star, MVP of the 08 League Championship Series and World Series. And how long he's going to be a Philly is the big question as Lucroy fouls that one away.
It's going to be up to Philadelphia. Is a team going to be able to, or be willing to give up enough to get him? I mean, he's a top of the rotation guy that would certainly catapult any team that gets him into an instant contender. A lot of scouts keeping an eye on him.
Yes, they are. Just part of the contingency here to watch Cole Hamels pitch. And Lucroy fouls that one back. It is interesting, though. I would have bet that Hamels would 100% have been traded until I heard the comments yesterday of new president Andy McPhail. He's going to take over as team president beginning next year. And he said something that was interesting. And if you're talking about trying to put the pieces together to win next year, which he said he thought they could do, then Hamels is a guy you're going to keep. As he strikes out Lucroy on the 9th pitch of the at-bat.
Of course, they have a lot of pieces to put in place. They really do. And I think Hamels is the kind of guy that can give them those pieces if they intend to contend there. They feel as though they contend quickly. There's a good pitch right on the outside corner. That's a two-seam fastball that Hamels has started to throw quite a bit.
See those umbrellas pop as it begins to rain here in Philadelphia, and Ryan Braun making a swing at the first offering. Yeah, it's going to be this kind of night. Just depends on how severe the rain will be, and can they continue to play through it. I guess if you're trying to think along the lines of Andy McPhail, and he did say that Pat Gillick's going to continue to run the organization as president. Ruben Amaro Jr. will make the decisions moving forward as GM. And McPhail's just here to observe and listen. And then he'll make his recommendations at the end of the season. But the Phillies have a ton of money. They have the ability to go sign free agents. And they have the chance to put a team together at the major league level. So then you start looking at, well, what kind of free agents are available? What kind of prospects do you have? And they don't have many in their minor league system. Their best prospect is already here over at third base, Michael Franco.
Well, you trade Hamels, you get some pieces, and you go get Johnny Cueto at the end of the year. Question is Cueto going to want to go from Cincinnati to Philly? Two pretty good hitting ballparks.
Here's a 1-2 to Braun. Down and in. And Hamels still has 3 years left on his deal, so that's what makes him even more attractive to the contending teams that might want to trade for him. And he does have a no trade clause. But Hamels did say he is open to the idea of being traded, which gives you an idea that he's kind of ready to move on and play for a contender once again. Braun into right field. That is going to fall for a base hit. And a good battle there with Ryan Braun and Cole Hamels. Braun wins it. He is 2 for 2 tonight.
I tried to come in on Ryan and just didn't get in there far enough. That's what makes Ryan Braun such a tough hitter. Able to pull those hands in, although he got jammed, able to dump it in front of Brown and Wright. Always in the back of your mind when you're facing Cole Hamels. I mean, it's instinctive. I mean, unless you have the count in your favor, you know, 2-0, 3-1, you got to be thinking changeup. And that's what makes that cut fastball so effective.
Here is Carlos Gomez now with one away. Hamels is working extra hard in this inning. 16 pitches to the first 2 hitters. Lucroy had a 9-pitch at bat that ended in a strikeout, and then Braun with a base hit on the 7th pitch. A lot of attention being paid to Braun. Hamels missing high to Gomez.
He's not able to pull the sneak attack like Ramirez did.
Hamels coming off a loss against the Yankees his last time out, giving up 5 earned runs. And Gomez, oh, what a play by Howard. Did he catch it? No, that's on the ground. And now he'll tag Braun out. Or is this a double play? Still waiting on a call. The base umpire says yes, catch and tag, and a double play to end the inning. Ryan Braun says the ball skipped. He's asking Craig Counsell for a replay, or at least a challenge of it.
You can't challenge a ball in the infield. A short hop like that, that's not reviewable. It is in the outfield. That's a catch. That's a catch to me.
That's a good call. Second base umpire Chip Gibson right on it. Double play ends the inning. As we head to the bottom of the third, and it is now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use the hashtag WisDataStrongFan, and you just might see yourself in an upcoming broadcast. And it's brought to you by T-Mobile. Taylor Youngman back to work, and he will face the top of the order coming up for the Phillies, giving up a run last inning on a throwing error by Luke Roy. Earned run against Youngman. Brewers got 2 in the first on an Aramis Ramirez 2 RBI single. Second time through the order for Youngman. Revere grounded out his first time up. So just to clean up that last play that ended the inning, the Brewers obviously did not challenge. It is not a challengeable play, even though Braun was asking for it. I think what was peculiar about that play is Ryan Howard made the catch, and then instead of just touching first base, which would have secured the double play, he started chasing down Ryan Braun.
Which led you to believe that he didn't catch it, he trapped it, but it didn't matter.
Ground ball to short, backhanded Segura, and the throw is good to get Revere.
Looked like the umpire made the right call. That little slicer from Gomez looked like he had it in the glove. Ryan Braun takes off, and all Ryan Howard has to do is just turn around and touch first base for the double play.
Now the second base umpire, Trip Gibson, was coming in and waving the whole play to indicate that the catch had been made and it's a double play. That is not reviewable. Now, as Rock mentioned, traps in the outfield are, but anything in front of the umpires and in the infield is not reviewable. So that is not one you can go see if he made the catch or not.
Yeah, traps in the infield and, fair or foul in front of the base umpires.
It's too much to determine for base runners. If you change those calls, the reason why it's not reviewable, it would be almost impossible to place runners and imagine where they would be in certain positions. You got to just make a call on the field. It is what it is. The base runners know what the call is. At least usually they do. I don't think Braun actually knew that he called a catch. Otherwise, he would have tried to get back to first.
Yeah, not a perfect system, but I agree with that. I mean, it'd be kind of bedlam if you reverse that and try to determine where runners would go. It might have been a double play anyway had it not been called an out.
That is ball 4 on Hernandez. So Youngman's having some control problems tonight. That's his third walk already. Brewers have committed a couple of errors behind him. And a man on with one away for Maikel Franco. Two walks and a hit batter, I should say, on Youngman. Correction. Speedy Hernandez at first, and a swing and a grounder foul.
Yeah, he stole the base last night. A few guys that'll run. Galvis will run. Revere can steal some bases, and Hernandez.
Franco is hitless in this series, 0 for 5 thus far. A rookie hitting third in the lineup. Franco is up there among National League rookie leaders in a lot of the major statistical categories offensively. Tied for second in home runs and second in multi-hit games. He's fourth among rookies in RBIs. There's a shot, and that's fair, just inside the line. Over to cut it off is Parra, makes a good play. And that keeps Hernandez from going to third base.
Yep, on a 0-2 count. He can make mistakes on a 0-2 pitch. We've seen a lot of that this week. There it is, and curve ball that was down, but not down far enough. You got to put that ball in the dirt. That's where he wanted it. Didn't get it there, and the young Franco able to hit it down the line and left.
Looks like something's bothered him with his leg. Maybe his left leg he's trying to shake out.
He thought Hernandez was going to get into third base. He was busting it towards second and had to stop quickly and get back. Might have popped something.
Here's Ryan Howard with 2 on, 1 away. And a spot where Youngman could use a ground ball. A lot of base runners already for the Phillies. Had a man on in the first after an error. 4 batters reached actually in the second inning. And now 2 men on here in the third with 1 away. Two and 0. Howard is the Phillies' leader in most of the major stats offensively. Even though he is not the hitter he once was, he still is a very productive hitter. He leads the Phillies in doubles, homers, RBIs, extra base hits.
Well, you can get a big fastball by him, but not so much in a 2-0 count. That's what he's sitting on now.
A good fastball right there down at the bottom of the zone.
Well, it's been real hard to Ryan Howard with the fastball, real soft curveballs, change-ups. Get a little older, that bat slows down, and you have to start that bat a little bit earlier. Which makes him vulnerable to the off-speed stuff.
Ryan Howard has hit 347 career home runs. He ranks second in Phillies history in home runs. Has the most homers as a left-handed hitter in Phillies history. He's 201 homers shy of tying Hall of Famer Mike Schmidt, who hit 548 home runs. Unlikely Howard's going to be able to get to that number. Swing and a miss.
There's that fastball we're talking about upstairs on a 3-1 count. There were days that Howard would be able to center on that and hit it pretty far. Although that pitch really high, chasing ball 4.
Big pitch coming. 2 on, 1 out. Youngman deals. Howard fouls it away. Howard is also in the top 3. He is third in the Phillies all-time RBI list. Mike Schmidt is the leader in that category.
Yeah, that list goes back quite a ways.
Long, proud National League franchise, the Phillies.
Yes, sir.
Had some great players. Howard is trailing Del Innes for second place on their all-time RBI list, and actually has a chance to catch him this season. 30 RBIs away from that mark. So he'll probably be second in homers, second in RBIs before it's all said and done. Yesterday, Howard was 0 for 2, and then he was double switched out of the game in the 6th inning with his team down a couple of runs.
That would have never happened in the past, double switching with your cleanup hitter. One of the most feared hitters in the game when he was, it wasn't that long ago, 4 or 5 years ago.
Had a brutal Achilles injury. The final at bat of the NLCS in 11. And Youngman misses. Actually, I think that hit him. That hit Ryan Howard. So the second hit batter of the night for Taylor Youngman. And now the bases are loaded with one out. The pitch count is rising. And Youngman in trouble once again.
Bases loaded again. Going to hit him in the back toe, that big toe, and got a piece of Lucroy, so got them both.
Rick Kranitz, the pitching coach, out for a word with Youngman. You don't escape any bases loaded jams that often. Youngman fortunate to get out of the bases loaded situation in the second.
They had the bottom of the order coming up with the bases loaded and only gave up one. Got the middle of the order to deal with now.
And it'll be Dominic Brown. Brown got off to that incredible start to the season with home runs 2 years ago. Hit 27 home runs in 2013. He was an all-star that year. He hit his 19th home run in early June at Milwaukee. Ground ball. That is a foul ball. A little bit of a delayed call there. And it's 0-1 on Brown. So think about this, Rock. He hit his 19th homer of that season in 2013, right? Since that game, we're talking over 2 years, he has just 18 home runs since that game back in June of 2013.
It catches up to you. You got to be able to adjust.
He covers 793 at-bats.
A lot of kids, they come up and have a lot of success, but do not figure out a way to make the adjustments because, you know, pitchers, teams are going to adjust to the way you're swinging the bat.
Youngman has the bases loaded behind him. And a strike on a fastball. 1-2 the count on Brown.
Got him on a curveball last time up. See if he goes back to it.
Brewers got 2 in the first. Phillies threatening here. And Brown on the ground. Perez got it. Tough time getting it out of his glove, but he does get it out at second. That'll bring in the tying run. So it is 2-2 now. Brown credited with an RBI on a fielder's choice. And the out at second base.
He went with a curveball, but didn't get it down this time. It was up in his zone, and not going to turn a double play on that anyway, even if Perez is able to get it out of the glove quickly. But they do get the man at second base.
Good play by Perez. And that'll set up first and third for Cody Ashe. 2 outs now. 2-2 game. Starts him with a hook in there for a strike.
Looks like it's going to be another short one for Taylor Youngman. 5 innings last time out, already 50 pitches. Still working in the third inning.
Brown with the RBI on the fielder's choice. At the corners, and a swing and a miss. Sweeping curveball from Youngman to get 2-2 on the count.
And Lucroy keeps calling that pitch, and Youngman keeps throwing it. Brown not a base stealer. Very rarely, if ever, takes off. has not tried a stolen base, and he's probably flashing the sign just in case.
Runner goes, pitches in the dirt, no play. Stolen base for Brown. Second and third now. And the count is full. Beat counts, base runners everywhere. Youngman is walking a tightrope here tonight. Last time up, Ashe hit a bullet to right. 3-2 and a swing and a miss. He got him on the curveball. So Youngman gets the bases loaded, surrenders just one again. That rain that came through, an hour and 20-minute rain delay to get it started here tonight. Beautiful shot of the moon right there. Carsoup.com trivia: which three active left-handed pitchers have more career starts than Cole Hamels? Good question tonight. Here's a Ramos Ramirez, and on the first pitch, a grounder to Galvis. Long throw is in time for the out. One pitch, one out for Hamels. Ramirez drove in the 2 runs for the Brewers tonight with a 2-out, 2-strike, 2 RBI single in the first. And then he stole a base, believe it or not. Here's Gerardo Parra, a strikeout victim his last time up. Parra, the lone lefty in the lineup tonight. Everything in the bottom of the strike zone and away, trying to get Parra to chase one.
It's that cut fastball that Hamels likes to use against left-handers. Not afraid to use against righties as well. Really not going to use the changeup too much against a left-hander.
Goes to the opposite field, a liner right at Ashe for the second out of the inning. Good at bat by Parra, but unlucky.
Yeah, made a mistake. Did Hamels? He hit it hard, but right at the left fielder. Can't miss the mistakes from Cole Hamels. He leaves one out over the plate. You better take advantage of it. He's not going to make too many.
Here's Jason Rogers with 2 away. He lined out his first time up. Lined out to center.
Hitters will tell you they always get one pitch to hit in every at bat, or just about every at bat. And that's why Cole Hamels just started Jason Rogers with a changeup. It looked good, but it was off speed, which makes him so tough.
It's like that Philly cheesesteak that we consumed before the game. It looks good, but it's really not good for you.
No, it's not.
It's kind of like a changeup.
But the bread's awfully good, isn't it? I mean, it's all about the bread here on the East Coast. It's that Delaware River water.
Oh, is that right? Marcus Hanel, the Brewers bullpen catcher, is on another cheesesteak binge. I think he's up to 9 already. It's just day 2.
He's going after the 4-day record.
Actually, he's up to 10, I'm told. Rogers lines to right, and that's going to be caught. And a 3-3 down inning for Cole Hamels. Couple of line drive outs.
Presented by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. We are even at 2 here in the 4th at Citizens Bank Park, and the Brewers Community Foundation and the 2015 Leadership Council present the 17th annual 5K Run Walk coming up on July 18th. The entry includes a commemorative t-shirt, voucher to a Brewers home game, photos with Brewers mascots, and an opportunity to get your steps in with a 5K Run Walk. And all of the fundraising dollars this year will support Fisher House Milwaukee, a hospitality house for veterans and military families whose loved ones are receiving treatment at the VA Medical Center. So it's always a sellout. Be sure you register. You can do that at www.brewers.com/5K-runwalk.
Sophia, I think you need to recommend that to Marcus Hanel after the cheesesteak crush that he's on. How many Ks per cheesesteak do you have to walk or run? It's about got to be about an even ratio, right? 1 K per cheesesteak.
Well, minimum. I mean, it depends on your age, of course. But for Marcus, I would about a K and a half.
Carlos Ruiz leads off. He was hit by a pitch his last time up. Brewers got the first 2. The Phillies scored 1 in the second, 1 in the third. Taylor Youngman's got a good sweat going. That jersey soaked through already on a humid summer night with a lot of rain in the area. There's a bender in there for a strike.
Yeah, but the players will tell you that the cheesesteaks that they make in the clubhouse here rival any cheesesteaks in the city. They're good.
Have you not had a chance to partake?
I have not gone in the club. I don't eat in the clubhouse. I'm not a player anymore. Although I did go to Jim's on South Street yesterday and had one.
Nice. I didn't know that. until right now. You kind of snuck that one under the radar.
Yeah, I wasn't proud of it. But
the walk of shame. Here's a 1-2, and it is down and away.
But I walked to South Street from Center City.
Okay. Well, that's a good
to
hike.
gyms and back. I mean, it's about 5 miles when it was all said and done.
You worked off about a quarter of that cheesesteak.
Just the meat part.
Ruiz into center field. He got off balance there, and Youngman will retire him.
Hey, tonight's Tavern of the Game winner, Smokey's Bar in Holman, Wisconsin, if they call the Brewers. In the next 24 hours, they get 40 Miller Lite beer pen tickets to a Brewers 2015 home game. This offer courtesy of the Tavern League of Wisconsin and Miller Lite. What do you think? Do you think we should open up a Philly cheesesteak shop somewhere in Milwaukee?
No.
You think it'll work?
No, I don't think we have the stomach for the restaurant business.
Maybe just lend your name to it.
Okay.
BA's Cheesesteaks.
That might be a reason not to go.
Think it'll work?
I think more Bill, Rock's cheesesteaks may have a better ring to it. When I was working with the Spurs back in the day, Malik Rose, he was a Philly native, has a ground ball by Galvis before the second out. So Malik Rose was a Philly guy, and he opened a cheesesteak shop in San Antonio, Texas,
and
called Philly's Famous, and it had the PH on both words, right. Philly and Famous, and it closed down a couple of years after that.
So I guess you're saying no. It's a regional thing.
I would like to see you open up a restaurant, Ron. Bill's Grill, like the old days of Brewers television. Just all your grilling favorites.
I ran out of stuff to grill. That's what happened there.
All the finest smoked meats you can enjoy. Bill's Grills. I've already got your slogan for you. Youngman ahead of Cole Hamels, 0-2, trying to make this a quick 4th inning. He needs it. It's the spot you want to bear down, get this inning over with right now. And he throws up a curveball. Hamels doesn't bite on it. Seems like when we go to St. Louis, all of the announcers have restaurants in St. Louis, right? Dan Deerdorf has a restaurant. Mike Shannon has a restaurant. Joe Buck. There's a fastball right down the middle. Nice inning for Youngman. It goes quickly, 3 up, 3 down in the 4th. We head to the 5th.
Downing here at Citizens Bank Park, all tied at 2 in the top of the 5th. Friday, July 17th is another free shirt Friday at Miller Park. All fans in attendance for the Brewers Friday night showdown with the Pirates will get a free roll out the barrel t-shirt courtesy of American Family Insurance. Call 414-902-4000 or go to brewers.com for tickets.
Cole Hamels ready to go to work. 5th inning coming from Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. Hernan Perez tripled off him his last time up. He's got quite a swing locked in right now. Perez on a 9-game hit streak, and he drove one into the gap in right center, and he was thinking 3 all the way.
I'll tell you, he's been going to right field very effectively. Hit one off the wall and left last night, and now another base hit.
He's
His next time up. He's something else. I mean, he's really gotten it going right now.
2 for 2 tonight, 2 hits last night. Hernan Perez is pushing a .400 batting average.
Just goes to show, with playing time comes confidence, and it took him a while to get his first hit because he wasn't getting a whole lot of playing time. But now that he's hitting, playing more often, and basically a platoon with Scooter Gennett. Seen him over there at third base. He gave Ramirez some time off. Terrific fielder. Good soft hands, good range, very accurate throwing arm, and now he's starting to hit.
He was just 2 for 33 with the Tigers the first couple of months of the season. Since he's been with the Brewers, he's now 18 for 48. He's collected his first triple, and Youngman does a good job to bunt him over. Sacrifice for Taylor Youngman, and a runner in scoring position. The go-ahead run here in the 5th inning with 1 away. Top of the order, Gene Segura, who is 0 for 2, a couple of groundouts. This is a bat the Brewers need to get going. Segura had a hot streak in May, but he has really struggled as of late. His average is down to 252. Takes one high and tight. Segura on the last homestand was just 3 for 22. He is hitless in his last 12 at-bats now. He's another guy that spent some time on the disabled list. Had a broken pinky finger this year. From up and in to right on the outside corner. Hamels starting to find those edges now. Go ahead, run at second base. And Segura's tied up. Ball 2.
He works both sides very well, doesn't he? You know, the cut fastball in on the right-handed batter. He'll two-seam it away, throw the change-up, and he will mix in that curveball from time to time. The spike curveball grip that he changes in the glove.
Did he go? They will ask, and yes, he did, says the base umpire. And strike 2 on Segura.
I don't know. This is a guy the Brewers got to get going. Top of the order right in tonight's game. The left-hander on the mound, and Siggy's been in a bit of a slump as of late. He's been a little behind the fastball, a little out in front of the breaking pitches. It's kind of caught in between up there at the plate.
Here's another 2-2, and Segura fouls that one away. Segura, pretty balanced spray chart throughout the infield and outfield. He pulls more on the ground than he does in the air to the outfield. Those are his hits this year by direction. We have him slightly to pull on the infield. Here's pitch number 7. Segura to the right side. Backing up on it is Hernandez, and Segura is out. 2 outs. Perez does advance to to third, and that'll bring up Lucroy now with 2 away. Lucroy walked and scored in the first inning. He struck out in the third and has been in 3-0 counts in both plate appearances here tonight. He's seen a lot of pitches. Had a 9-pitch battle with Hamels his last time up. A strike inside corner. Just those slight movements by Hamels. He's got a little bit of cut on his fastball. He's got a little bit of sink on it. They're about the same velocity. One goes a touch in on a right-handed batter. The other goes away from a right-handed batter, and it's hard to square him up when he's right.
Get away from the mistakes, right? I mean, that's what you have to do against most good pitchers. You will make mistakes. You have to capitalize.
In the dirt, Ruiz, a nice block. You could hear Hamels bark it out. He spiked that one in the ground. Didn't mean to do it. Good play back there by Ruiz. Still one of the best in the game blocking pitches.
Yeah, calling the game, framing pitches, blocking, having a difficult time throwing the baseball this year. Of course, I think his pitching staff has a little bit to do with that.
Two and one to Lucroy. Runner at third. Lucroy fouls one off. Had one to hit. Took something off it though. That changeup by Hamels. Perez with a leadoff single, bunted to second, went to third on a ground out. Lucroy trying to break a 2-2 tie here with 2 outs and 2 strikes. And that one's inside, ball 3, and the third consecutive plate appearance for Lucroy where he's been in a 3-2 count.
Yeah, this is where Hamels likes to pull the string. Yeah, give you that changeup.
(3-2). Lucroy pulls it foul. That was in off the plate.
Little cutter, 89 miles an hour from Cole Hamels. Too close to take, but it did miss the inside corner.
Well, there aren't any surprises with Lucroy. He's seen everything that Hamels has thrown. Another payoff and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went back to the changeup and got him. Brewers strand a runner at third. A reminder, coming up this July, baseball's best players gather in Cincinnati. It's the Midsummer Classic with home field advantage for the World Series on the line. Our coverage of the 2015 MLB All-Star Game begins July 14th, 6 p.m. Central, only on Fox and streaming live on Fox Sports Go. And who will the Brewers send to the Midsummer Classic? You would think Frankie Rodriguez has a great chance. Maybe Adam Lind. Adam Lind stacking up pretty well among National League first baseman right now statistically.
Yeah, hitting near 341 RBIs for Adam.
Here's Ben Revere to start the inning. It is the third consecutive at bat where he has been the leadoff man. Led off in the first for the Phillies, and then he led off the third after Hamels made the last out. Does so here in the fifth. Youngman coming off a nice inning, 3 up, 3 down, fourth. He's been laboring through the second and the third. Phillies twice had the bases loaded, only managed to score a run in each of those innings. That's a good fastball. Where'd that miss? Man, oh man. If that's not a strike, you can't survive in the big leagues.
Yeah, it looked like that had plenty to plate, but according to Fox Tracks, it was right on the outside or the inside corner.
Right down the middle, Revere tops it, and out number one.
Hey, the Brewers return home next Monday to begin a 3-game series with the Atlanta Braves. That's Monday, July 6th through Wednesday the 8th. Great seats are still available, starting at just $9. Call 414-902-4000 or visit Brewers.com to reserve your spot today. A 3-game homestand, and then out to the West Coast to play the Dodgers, and then the All-Star break.
Atlanta 6 games back of the Nationals right now in the National League East. A division that was dominated by the Phillies. And prior to that, the Atlanta Braves, who won 14 consecutive division titles. Now it's the Nationals, who won the division last year, and the New York Mets are back in the mix once again. The Mets have won 4 in a row, or had won 4 in a row. They lost tonight. They got shut out by the Cubs, 1-0. Mets need a few bats.
Yeah, they're at the bottom of the league for scoring runs and batting average. And got a terrific starting rotation though. That's the thing that's been keeping them around.
Cubs got a save tonight from Jason Mott. Looks like he's back. His 3rd save. Kyle Hendricks went 6 shutout, and then Rondon, Strop, and Mott finished it off. Cubs with a 1-0 victory. Chicago had lost 5 in a row. Snaps their losing streak. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Hernandez at the plate, and that one misses down and in. Not by much. Full count. Hernandez walked and scored his last time up. Hard hit ball through for a base hit.
This guy's been a tough out, hasn't he?
On base for the 3rd time. They could have given him a hit in the first inning. It was charged an error to Segura. He has a walk and a single, and he's on some kind of hot streak right now for the Phillies.
Had 2 hits yesterday. Anytime he's at first base, he's a threat to steal. He likes to run.
Base runner with 1 out for Michael Franco. Singled his last time up. He's 1 for 2. That was his first hit in the series. He steps in the bucket, but he's been able to make it work for him.
Steps in the bucket, but he keeps that front shoulder closed. That's the equalizer for him. If the foot goes toward third base and the shoulder follows it, then you're in trouble. But that front foot opens up, but the shoulder does not.
The great Wisconsinite made it to the Hall of Fame, stepping in the bucket like that. Al Simmons. Matter of fact, his nickname was Bucketfoot. Bucketfoot Simmons.
Yeah. Pretty good sized lead over there at first.
2-2 game. There he goes, and the pitch is a ball. Throw to second is late. Hernandez steals second base.
Had a huge lead, and Taylor Youngman didn't throw over. Stole it easily. Lucroy has been throwing the baseball very well. 6 of his last 10 before that stolen base. And no contest.
Number 8 on the year. Getting a lot of playing time these days with the injury to Chase Utley. Go ahead, run at second with 1 out. Here is the pitch. Franco takes it outside. 2 balls, 1 strike. Phillies tonight are 0 for 4 with runners in scoring position. And just 2 hits in the series with runners in scoring position. They are 2 for 14. The free swinging Franco at the plate has more home runs than walks. 10-9. They'll ask, and yes, he did, says the base umpire.
Adam Hamari ringing everybody up.
A swinging strike for out number 2. Wow.
Well, he rang up Gene Segura on a strike, won a strike 3, but clearly has good call at first. Didn't see it. Went happened so fast that you couldn't see the bat go through like that. Good job down there at first base.
That's a big out for Youngman. Second out of the inning. Taylor picks up his 4th strikeout. And here is Ryan Howard. There was a day a few years ago you wouldn't even think about pitching to Howard in a spot like this. But they might challenge him here. Howard was hit by a pitch his last time up. It came on a 3-2 pitch, but it hit him nonetheless. So he's walked and been hit by a pitch. He's been on twice.
Yeah, that and the fact you've got Dominic Brown, he's hitting him 200 this year. So be careful with him. If he wants to chase, let him. Don't give him anything to hit.
Runner goes, and the pitch is low. Throw to third, safe. A steal of third base by Hernandez. 2 steals in this inning. Youngman really not paying attention to Hernandez on the bases.
And plus with the shift that the Brewers have, it's tough to hold him close. Not much of a chance for Lucroy. Good throw, but too late.
Runner at third. 2 away. Ryan Howard in a 2-0 count. Wow, right down the middle. Howard takes it for a strike. I wonder if Ryan Howard thinks to himself, man, a few years ago I'd have hit that into the seats.
I'm sure he has. All hitters go through that if you stick around long enough.
Baseball's undefeated challenger. Time. It always wins.
And you get a little older, the bat slows down, and these guys on the mound, they keep throwing harder and harder every year.
There's a 3-1, and Howard hits a shot, but right into the shift. That's on a hop. Segura makes the play to end the inning. Youngman got away with one there. A scoreless 5th, and it's 2-2, still tied. there. She's having a blast. Got the foam finger working. She's got the Philly fanatic entertaining her. All tied at 2 as the rain starts to fall here at Citizens Bank Park. Been fighting the rains all night long. Carsoup.com trivia with 3 active left-handed pitchers have more career starts than Hamels. And that would be Burley and CC Sabathia. Cliff Lee is the other. Cliff Lee on the disabled list currently for the Phillies. It's a good group of left-handers right there. Burley still going strong in Toronto.
A few wins on that list.
Ryan Braun leads off for the Brew Crew. 2-2 game. Brewers have out-hit the Phillies 5-3. And Braun lifts it in the air, center field, playable. Looking up into the rain, Revere makes a catch.
We were enjoying the Philly fanatic doing the rain delay, the rainless delay.
Rainless delay, well played. Weather delay.
And he was entertaining everybody, including you and I up here.
He put on a solid 20 minutes of entertainment, did the fanatic. It was quite hilarious. Carlos Gomez with 1 away. He's looking for his first hit of the series. It's tough to catch a foul ball with a poncho on. I think he kept his body in front of it, though. Maybe, I mean, collarbones are good for a lot of things, but stopping a baseball is not one of them.
Yeah. Yep. I think he's
I got it.
Rethinking. I don't think he realized it was coming. It got him right in that collarbone. He got a baseball out of it.
Ouch.
Or did he?
No, he got it. He deserved it.
Yeah.
And he got it. I think somebody redirected it.
Maybe give it to the doctor at the hospital that he's going to be heading to for a down payment.
You know what? He took it off the collarbone. He got the ball, and then he gave it to this kid. That is an all-star fan right there. Way to go, sir. You are on the list. Love to see that.
Yep.
See, fans aren't so bad here in Philadelphia. These are your people here.
Said they were.
They'd like to see their team win a few more games, but
they've had a lot of winning here in Philly over the years.
There's a called strike 3. Gomez knew it.
Although the last 3 years have been rough for him. All goes in cycles. But they had a nice run. 5 consecutive division titles. The World's Championship in 08.
Here is Ramirez with 2 away. Ramos drove in 2 runs with a single in the first inning. Wow. Power on power right there.
Yeah, up out over the plate. Pitch out of the strike zone that Hamels was able to get by him. Cole Hamels has been throwing a lot of pitches tonight. 95 here in the 6th.
One and 2 the count.
Yeah, high fastball, then a changeup down in the dirt.
Stands right on top of the rubber, ready to go. He works fast. That pitch sequence. Up and away, down and in. See what he has in mind here. Another changeup, and Ramirez strikes out. The ball gets away. Ruiz hustles after it. Long throw, and Ramirez is safe. So a strikeout, but a wild pitch, and Ramirez is aboard, extending the inning for Parra.
Nothing burns up a catcher more than that. They know that, you know, when a pitcher is throwing an off-speed pitch like that with 2 strikes, you got to block it. And Ruiz, you know, tried to keep it close, but didn't square himself up. And there's something wrong with that throwing arm for Ruiz. There's not much going on there. A very subpar throw by the Phillies catcher.
And base stealers have been running wild on Ruiz this season. Gerardo Parra takes a strike,
including Ramos Ramirez.
Parra lined out his last time up. This Ruiz Hamels combo is a familiar battery here in Philadelphia. As a matter of fact, they reached 200 starts together earlier this month, most among active pitcher catcher combos. Needless to say, Ruiz very familiar with what Hamels wants to do on the mound.
Had some good pitchers to work with back in the not too distant future, or not so long ago. Halladay, Cliff Lee, Hamels. These guys knew what they were doing, and Ruiz helped them out quite a bit.
Cut and a miss. Parra strikes out on a fastball, and the inning is over. A couple of strikeouts, actually 3 strikeouts in the inning for Hamels. 2-2 game. We head to the bottom of the 6th. Citizens Bank Park in Philadelphia. It is now time for you to tweet your strongest fan photo. Use the hashtag WisDataStrongFan. And you might just see yourself in an upcoming broadcast brought to you by T-Mobile. And all that stuff there on the bottom you need to read. That makes it legal.
WisDataStrongFan.
Like Wisconsin. So WIS Data Strong Fan. That's the hashtag.
Right.
Ground ball to second base. Perez makes the play. 1 pitch, 1 out. Dominic Brown retired. What kind of pictures would you be interested in seeing from our fans, Rock?
How about Summerfest?
Good call.
Yeah, some Summerfest photos.
Timely. We always encourage pictures of babies and
like
animals.
That was like pictures of Brewers fans in visiting ballparks.
All right. There you go. There's some suggestions for you from Bill Schroeder himself.
If they're here in Philadelphia, they would not know about the WisData Strong Fan.
I don't know. People have their ways. They make excellent ice cream here in Philadelphia. Not quite like it is in America's Dairyland, but it's pretty close.
I will say, all the years that we've been working together, you have never complimented the East Coast more than you have in the 2 days we've been here in Philly.
I'm starting to feel it a little bit.
See, I'm proud of you.
I'm enjoying the East Coast.
Coming around. There's other states other than Texas and Wisconsin.
Those are just the 2 I prefer the most. One of them's kind of a country. Did I ever tell you that Taylor Youngman and I went to the same high school?
Yeah. Corey Knable.
That's right. How'd you know that? Here's the 2-1.
Yeah.
In there for a strike.
I think I've said that once or twice.
Oh, it's true, though.
It is unique. I will give you that. I would have had a more, a stronger reaction to it had I not heard it 35 times.
Has anybody else from your high school, which is just a few miles from here in New Jersey, ever made it to the big leagues other than you?
Yeah, but I got to look up who it was.
All right, well, get back to us when you get your R&D on that. 2 balls, 2 strikes. In the air, left field, hit well. Parra is back. Oh, what a catch! Gerardo Parra leaping at the last moment and makes a terrific catch, robbing Cody Ashe of extra bases.
Well, he made that one look easy. Boy, Gerardo Parra gets such a good jump on the baseball. He never takes a bad move. Angles back and able to leap at the right time to haul it in the webbing of the glove. That would have been a double easy for Cody Ashe, but it's a loud out. A good defense behind Taylor Youngman.
Heck of a play. He and Gomez have a couple of gems in this series. Here is Ruiz. There's a good lesson in that, too. You watch how Parra runs after that ball. He doesn't stick his glove up to make the catch until the last possible moment, so as not to slow him down as he's running after it.
That's the key. Keep those hands down. You can get your maximum speed. Then right at the last minute, you throw that glove up.
2-0 the count on Ruiz. Youngman's pitch count coming near the end. It is a bit of a surprise that Youngman is still pitching here in the 6th inning. Brewers do have activity in the bullpen. Youngman's been able to streamline it as that ball's hammered way back. Ruiz will send this one out of here on a 3-0 pitch. Carlos Ruiz hits his first home run of the season, and it gives the Phillies a 3-2 lead. Boy, that came out of nowhere.
Yeah. Well, threw one right down the middle, and Carlos Ruiz rings the bell, the Liberty Bell out here at the ballpark. Check it out, 3-0. Here it is, out over the plate, and Ruiz puts a good swing on it. 3-2 Phillies. That was a no-doubter out there in the left.
Phillies have come back from a 2-0 deficit to give Hamels the lead now. Boy, just when Youngman is right on the edge of getting through 6 complete innings in a tie game. 2 quick outs to start the inning, fell behind 3-0, and Ruiz, who does not hit for power anymore, connects for his first homer of the season. Quickly 0-2 on Galvis.
Yeah, you don't have to be a home run hitter to hit him out in this ballpark.
A 29 pitch 3rd inning. Phillies got a run. Youngman stranding, the bases loaded. Now the good news for the Brewers is that Hamels has a high pitch count as well. And at some point the Phillies are going to have to get into the bullpen. There's a base hit to center on an 0-2 pitch. Galvis singles. And that will clear the pitcher's spot in the order. Hamels, who will come up and hit for himself in this inning. So no pinch hitter.
It's only the 5th hit allowed by Taylor Youngman. Problem is he's hit 2 batters and walked 3. That's 10 base runners in 6 innings.
Neil Kotz loosening in the pen to face Ben Revere, who is due up next. So let's see if Youngman can get through the 6th inning. give his offense a chance to take the lead and give him a chance at a win.
And just to let you know, it was Kevin Barry, a pitcher for the Atlanta Braves in 06 and 07 that went to my high school, West Windsor Plainsboro High School in New Jersey.
So you and Kevin Barry.
Yep, that's it.
That's it. A generation apart. Hamels pops it up, and Segura's got it to end the inning. So the Phillies get a run. Carlos Ruiz homers, and they now lead 3-2.
Head to the 7th inning. This summer you can see both the Brew Crew and the Zoo for one low price. $20 gets you a ticket to a Brewers game, a general admission ticket to the Milwaukee County Zoo, and a free Brew Crew and the Zoo water bottle. For details, visit brewers.com/zoo.
Cole Hamels now has a lead to work with. Carlos Ruiz, his battery mate, with a home run in the bottom of the 6th. Certainly going to be into the night for Taylor Youngman. His spot due up 3rd here in the 7th. Jason Rogers at the plate. Hamels, after a 28-pitch first inning, has been able to settle down. Gave up the 2 runs in the first, nothing since.
Isn't that the way it goes? You know, pitchers like Cole Hamels, you get them early, you don't get them at all normally. You got to wonder how much Cole Hamels has left in the tank. Pitch number 103.
Straightens up Jason Rogers. Oh, last night the Brewers were able to take a lead after Jimmy Nelson was out of the game, allowing Nelson to pick up a win. Trying to do it tonight, and that's way inside, almost hit him in the shoe tops. 2 balls and a strike on Rogers, who has been one of the Brewers' best pinch hitters this year. He's had 2 good at-bats against Hamels, 2 line drive outs. Nothing to show for it. And a 2-1 count. And Rogers now even 2-2.
A tough duty to be sitting the bench as long as he does and then have to go out and face Cole Hamels. Playing every day, it's tough to hit Hamels, let alone sitting on the bench and getting a spot start.
Big chopper toward 3rd. Franco makes the play, and Rogers is retired. First man out here in the 7th for Hamels. Now the goal right here for the Brewers is to get some men on base and start to get Hamels to the end. I know his pitch count is high, but as long as he's getting outs and pitching efficiently, they'll leave him in there. There's no activity in the Phillies bullpen.
This got to be it. Last inning, though, you would figure. I mean, he's up at 106.
At the plate, presented by Wendy's. A couple of hits tonight for Hernan Perez. triple to right center in the second inning, and then he had a single through the hole at third and short in the fifth. Well, Carlos Ruiz hit his first home run of the season in the sixth. Let's see if Perez can connect for the first time in his career. Boy, fans are getting wiped out by foul balls here tonight. Man, oh man.
It's getting late.
They took it right in the chops, I think.
It's getting to be 10:30, seventh inning. Their reflexes start to slow up a little bit.
That's right.
Wouldn't you say?
Perez strikes out. Hamels carved him up. And the second out of the inning, the seventh strikeout for Cole Hamels. And Craig Counsell is going to bring on a pinch hitter, Hector Gomez now. It's going to end the night of Taylor Youngman. 6 innings, 3 runs, 2 earned. Not bad.
No.
But another high pitch count for Cole Hamels, or rather for Taylor Youngman. But not a bad night at all.
Gave up his second home run of the season.
Gomez pops up the first pitch. And this will be a breeze of an inning for Hamels in the seventh. That might buy him one more. 3-2 Philadelphia. Game started with a 1 hour and 20-minute rain delay, and it's been coming down off and on. Don't forget, we're back at it tomorrow, the third of a 4-game series. Kyle Loesch and Aaron Harang, a couple of guys that passed through Cincinnati at one point in their careers. And Loesch and Harang will match up tomorrow. Harang actually is pitching a lot better than his win-loss record. He's got an ERA of 3.5, which is pretty good here in Philadelphia. That's the matchup tomorrow night. 5:30 airtime on Fox Sports Wisconsin. Expecting much better weather than we have had here tonight. Next pitcher will be Corey Knebel. His 18th appearance. Brewers got him in a trade with the Rangers, coming in the Gallardo deal, and he's pitching pretty well this season out of the bullpen. Not in the high leverage situations, but he's in a spot here to try to keep the Phillies at 3.
Been very good in his last 12 appearances. Only 3 runs allowed in 15 innings of work. He did allow a run his last time out against the Twins on Saturday. Gave up a home run to Torrey Hunter in the 9th inning. Overall, just about as many strikeouts as innings pitched for Corey Knebel.
So to the bottom of the 7th we go. Top of the order coming up. Ben Revere leading off an inning for the 4th time here tonight. That's kind of rare. Revere, Hernandez, and Franco will start it. Corey Knebel, hard throwing right-hander. I guess the word tonight, whatever is happening in Chester, PA, is happening here in South Philly over Citizens Bank Park. So all the rain they're getting in Chester, we're getting here. It's coming up from the south.
Okay.
Chester, PA, the home of Bo Ryan. I saw where Coach Ryan announced that he'll retire at the end of the year.
Yeah, too bad, huh?
What a great run. Nobody like him in the history of Wisconsin basketball. He is a huge Phillies fan, Bo Ryan. Even when the Phillies have not played well the last few years, he's a diehard. Has memories of Connie Mack Stadium himself. A ground ball gloved by Ramirez, and the throw is off the mark. That was a heck of a play by Aramis, but Ben Revere too fast, and it's an infield hit.
Yeah, just no way to get enough on the throw. He was off balance going into foul ground, and that's a good at bat by Ben Revere. I mean, just kind of slices it, gets on top of it, and a base hit. Guy with good speed at first base. Leads the team in stolen bases. It is coming down right now, partner.
Yeah, rain is really coming down hard. Could be a factor. We might see the tarp crew in a moment. As Hernandez tries to punt.
Folks are scattering here at the ballpark. I don't blame them.
The eternal battle with the poncho is on. And just like that, it quit. It's amazing. Runner goes, and ball pops out of Lucroy's glove. That's another stolen base. Phillies are running wild tonight.
Yeah, 3 of them. Make that 4. Yeah, Brown's got 1. 2 by Hernandez, 1 by Revere, and Dominic Brown had 1 in the 3rd inning.
I've heard of the term isolated thunderstorms, but I've never seen thunderstorms as isolated as these.
Yeah.
It rains so hard, so fast, and then it stops immediately. It's not raining anymore. Feels like you're on one of those Hollywood movie sets. The automatic rainmaker.
It doesn't do that in Texas from time to time.
Oh, it rains, but to start and stop so fast. Normally there's a dwindling away period.
Yeah.
It's like the fire hose is on and then the fire hose is off. Just like that. It'll pop up, foul territory. Ramirez on the run, cannot get there. And they'll keep the count at 2-2. I don't know, Rock. The older I get, the more fascinated I become with things of Mother Nature.
You've been dialed into the radar tonight.
I have. I'm looking at the radar right now. As a matter of fact.
Yeah.
Very much on top of that situation for everybody. I can tell him he can go ahead and keep that poncho on because there's more coming. Little half swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. And a swinging strikeout for Corey Knebel. He needed that one with a runner at second.
Yeah, that's a big guy. Hey, get a behind the scenes look at the Brewers family next Wednesday, July 8th at 7 o'clock, as Mark and Debbie Adanazio host a special Inside the Brewers Q&A session at the Rubenstein Pavilion on Prospect Avenue. Only 250 tickets are available for this exclusive event. To reserve your spot, visit JewishMuseumMilwaukee.org. You're going to be at that, aren't you?
I am going to be moderating with Mr. and Mrs. Atanasio. There's only 250 seats available, so make sure you get on that quickly. Ground ball to third. Ramirez makes a play with a wet baseball. Franco is out. Yeah, it's a Q&A. It's going to be kind of cool. Looking forward to that. After the day game against the Braves on Wednesday. It's going to be the last hitter for Corey Knebel. Counsell is going to make a pitching change with Ryan Howard coming up. He's got his left-hander in the bullpen ready, and Counsell will bring on Neil Kotz. Pitching change in Philly. We'll take a break. Hotel and Casino, and it is 3-2 Phillies. Bottom of the seventh. The Phillies have a runner at second, and with 2 outs and Ryan Howard coming up, Counsell is going to play the matchup here, Rock, with Neil Kotz.
Yeah, a couple of left-handers coming up with Ryan Howard and Dominic Brown, so you go right to the left-hander who appeared in last night's ball game. Kotz came in to start the 6th inning last night, gave up a hit, but he did get an out. A Brewers victory last night. 32nd appearance for Kotz, and his earned run average continues to go down at 398.
See the numbers against left-handers. And a head scratcher for Counsell. He makes the move, and he's hoping to get his team to the dugout, trailing by only a run. Shift is on for Howard. 2 outs in the inning. Ben Revere's out at second. He runs well. Legged out an infield hit to start this inning.
Yeah, don't think he might try to steal third base. With the shift the way it is, of course, a little bit easier for the Brewers to hold Revere on, given where Segura is at, right behind second base, but he's deep.
Howard hit a shot his last time up to Segura, who was on the second base side of the bag. And at bat.
Yeah, because Revere's at second, he can't do that. Got to hold him on.
Struggles against lefties. A 138 batting average. One and 2 on Howard. He's faced him before. He does have a home run against Kotz. His only hit, just 3 at bats. Kotz struck him out the other 2 times. 1 ball, 2 strikes, and Howard fouls it back. He got a fastball that time.
Ryan Howard's 35 years old. Been around a long time.
From St. Louis. Had a great career in the big leagues. Took over for Jim Thome here in Philadelphia. A swing and a miss. He got him. Kotz strikes him out with a little cut fastball. Runner stranded at second. Brewers still down a run. Citizens Bank Park. Let's check the Brewers home run tally on the Powerball home run count. 68 home runs for the season for the Milwaukee Brewers. They could use a couple here tonight in Philadelphia. Ryan Braun sets the pace with 15. Adam Lind has 11.
And Brewers have dropped to 7th in the National League in home runs. They got themselves all the way up to 4th at one point, but isn't it amazing? They're hitting fewer home runs but winning more games.
All right, changes for the Phillies now. Rocklet set up Ken Giles first. He's on the mound in a setup role tonight in the 8th.
Yeah, he can touch 98, 99 miles an hour from time to time. A hard throw with a good slider. And Giles' 35th appearance. Outstanding numbers. A 162 earned run average. Look at the strikeouts. 39 punch outs and a little over 33 innings of work.
So Revere's going to go to left field. Herrera to center field with Giles on the mound. You get Cody Ashe out of the game. That's how they improve their defense with a lead. Cole Hamels gives up 2 first-inning runs, and that is it. 7 innings for Hamels. Youngman went 6, giving up 3 runs, 2 earned. And right now, Hamels in line for the win. Youngman for the loss as Giles misses high and in on Segura.
I heard your mom almost named you corduroy.
Hamels with 111 pitches here tonight. 1 walk, 7 strikeouts. And the hard-throwing Giles trying to get to their terrific closer, Jonathan Papelbon. That's been one of the few bright spots for the Phillies this year. Papelbon has been very good and not expected to be around here much longer either. There's a strike right down the middle. 2-2 the count.
Yep, slider, and the Phillies are figuring that Giles is going to be a closer at some point. Maybe sooner than later, based on what happens with Papelbon.
Rain starting to fall once again. And Segura leans out on one. Fly ball. Center fielder Herrera makes a catch. Their pitching coach is Bob McClure. I was thinking about Bob, former Brewer. Is he a fantasy camp possibility this season?
Well, he has not. He has not yet, but certainly, he's a possibility. There you go. Fantasy camp coming around the corner. January 31st to February 7th. We've got a long list of coaches in the fold. You got Cecil Cooper, Jim Gantner. Norman Thomas is coming back after a 2-year hiatus. I had to put him on the suspended list.
Brewers.com/fantasy camp is the information. It's a great time. A lot of fun. If I recall, at least my 2 years at fantasy camp, there are a little pocket of guys from Philadelphia that go to Brewers fantasy camp.
Been there a couple of times.
I think my locker mate was actually a Philly native.
Mm-hmm. We've had 11, 12 states represented at fantasy camp from time to time, and
I think it's time to take it international.
Does Canada count?
Sure, that's a good way to start.
We've had Canadians.
Head down to Mexico. 2 balls, no strikes on Lucroy. Brewers need a base runner. Down a run.
We've had coaches from Mexico. Teddy Higuera.
Okay, that works.
I've been campaigning hard to get Ben Sheets to camp.
Mm-hmm. What's been the response?
Pretty good chance this year.
Okay.
I'm feeling good about it.
Did he say anything like, don't call me, I'll call you?
No.
Okay, good.
He said, call me in a month. Of course, I heard that before.
Here's a 2-1. 2-2 now. Yeah, the year Cole Hamels won the MVP in the World Series. Ben Sheets started the All-Star game for the National League, 2008. It's a shame that Sheets wasn't available for the Brewers that year in their series with the Phillies. He was hurt. The Brewers never did get Sheets, Gallardo, and CC Sabathia on the mound all at the same time. That would have been something.
Yeah.
Good take by Lucroy. 97-mile-an-hour fastball. And it's 3 balls and 2 strikes. Good long battle here with Lucroy. It's what you want. He has seen a ton of pitches tonight, hasn't he? He's been in a full count in every plate appearance tonight. A walk and 2 strikeouts.
Giles able to get away with that high heater at 98 miles an hour. That's the best one he's thrown tonight.
Rain has stopped for the moment. It's been kind of off and on here in the last few innings. Lucroy chases a breaking ball. Down he goes. Tough to lay off when he's throwing that hard, and Lucroy strikes out for the 3rd time tonight.
Yeah, that's something you don't see very much of from Jonathan. He's always been able to make good contact. And you get a 98-mile-an-hour fastball up in the zone, you foul off, and the slider down in the dirt.
Here's Ryan Braun now. Braun up there with 2 outs. He has 2 hits tonight. Infield hit and a run scored in the first, and then he singled to right his last time up. 2 out of 3 against Hamels. Up and in with that slider.
You return the MVP.
Brewers down to their last 4 outs here. Down 3-2 here in the 8th. And Braun takes ball 2. Brewers got 2 in the first. Braun had an infield hit in that first inning. Ramirez drove in both runs with a single. 2-out base hit for Aramis. And then Hamels locked down the Brewers after that. They never brought more than 4 batters to the plate the rest of the way for Hamels. 2-2.
Kind of a contrast in styles here, isn't it? With Cole Hamels with the change-ups and the cutters. And now you got a guy going out there just rearing back and letting it fly. He's got a pretty good slider that he's able to throw for strikes. Might see one here down in the dirt.
Braun back up the middle, a base hit on a 99-mile-an-hour fastball. Ryan Braun turns it around.
Yep, up in the zone.
So he is 3 out of 4 tonight. And the Brewers have the tying run on. The go-ahead run will come to the plate. Back-to-back 3-hit games for Ryan Braun here in Philly.
That's pretty impressive to be able to turn around a fastball at that velocity, 99 miles an hour. Up in the zone. Mighty difficult to get on top of that pitch when it's up around the belt.
Here's Carlos Gomez. Brewers are a swing away from taking the lead, and Gomez trying to do just that. That one came in at 98 miles an hour. A home run on a 3-0 pitch by Carlos Ruiz is the separator in this game. It came in the 6th. 2 outs as well.
You wonder if Ryan's going to try and steal a base. It looks like Ja a little bit slow to home. Ruiz has had a difficult time throwing out base runners this year. Try and get him into scoring position.
Give up now, Carlos.
0-2 on Gomez. Here's an 0-2 from Giles. Braun takes off. Timeout was asked for and granted by the catcher Ruiz. That is no pitch, no play. Braun sent back to first base, and Gomez will get another swing.
Yeah. He got a slider, swung right through it.
There you see Ruiz say step off, called timeout.
Well, it's not an automatic timeout if you just do that. You wave to the pitcher to step off. Apparently he said something to the home plate umpire. Got timeout. Good thing for Carlos Gomez.
Well, let's see if Gomez can make this a moment here tonight. Got another chance. The 0-2 pitch right off the end of the bat. Another 0-2 from Giles, and that one's ripped into left field. A base hit for Gomez. Braun with a big turn. He'll hold up, and the Brewers with back-to-back hits with 2 outs. Boy, that is some impressive hitting by Braun and Gomez.
Yeah, another slider. This time Gomez is able to go get it and hit it hard into left field. So the extra swing, the timeout call, yeah, benefiting Milwaukee. Gomez with the base hit.
Which will bring up Aramis Ramirez now.
That's a nice adjustment by Gomez. I mean, he was swinging wildly his first 2 times, first 2 pitches, and then able to get under control and get the base hit on an off speed pitch.
Back-to-back 2-strike hits with 2 outs in the 8th, and now the Brewers have the tying run in scoring position as Ramirez takes a first pitch slider from Giles. Buckled his knees. Well, Ramirez responsible for the only 2 runs on the board for the Brewers tonight. He drove in 2 runs to give Milwaukee the lead last night. And he rips out into center field, a base hit. Here comes Braun. He'll score the tying run. Gomez all the way to third. And Aramis Ramirez delivers again. His 3rd RBI of the game. We are tied at 3.
Nice job by Ramirez taking a breaking pitch up the middle, and only 2 outs and nobody on, and a couple of 2-out hits. That was actually a fastball right down the middle of the plate, and Ramirez able to center on it, the big fastball, and tie her up. And Pete McCannon coming out, and that might be it.
All right, so the Phillies remove Cole Hamels from the game after 7 innings with 111 pitches. Bob McClure with a quick chat at the mound.
Actually, McClure, my mistake.
And nobody throwing in the Phillies bullpen. So this is Giles' 8th inning. Hamels a no decision tonight. Takes Youngman off the hook as well for the Brewers.
Yeah, if you're Carlos Gomez, be alive. If he puts a slider in the dirt, take off, try and get that extra run.
This is the chance right here. Brewers can take the lead. 3 straight hits with 2 away. Braun, Gomez, and Ramirez. Here is Gerardo Parra, who is 0 for 3 tonight. Bounced in. What a play by Ruiz.
Yeah, no kidding.
That was something.
That's a tough pitch to block. That slider at that velocity, just able to smother it, keep it close. Gomez was taking some steps down the line. If that gets away at all, he's going to try and score. That's textbook right there.
Can't square it up any better than that. Gomez ready to run in case it gets by him. 1 ball, 1 strike to count, and a swing and a miss. High fastball. Parra chased it. 1-2 now.
That was really ugly.
Got Parra in a hole. Well, does Giles dare go to the breaking ball here? First and third with 2 away. Go ahead, run at third base, and Parra rolls one foul. Just missed.
He's throwing a lot of sliders. Giles going to breaking pitches, and Parra nearly caught that first baseline.
Yesterday, the Brewers had 6 consecutive hits in the 6th inning. They've got 3 in a row here with 2 outs. And the 1-2 and a swing and a foul. Back to the fastball right down the middle this time.
Yeah, that's the one he wanted right there. You're not going to get another one like that probably. And it was only 896. Yeah, given the fact that he's throwing 199, that was a very hittable pitch.
Giles retired the first 2 hitters. Got Segura quickly and then struck out Lucroy. Brewers can take the lead now, and a check on Ramirez at first. I think his stolen base has created a little anxiety with the pitchers now.
Yeah, they're a little rattled, aren't they? I think that's it for this half.
Swing and a miss.
See if Parra can deliver. 1-2 and a swing and a foul. They got a breaking ball. And able to stay alive. One pitch leads to the next, so that's a couple of breaking balls. The last 2 sliders from Giles have hung up at the strike zone.
Yeah, that last one just spun up there. It didn't move at all.
The one that could probably get him out is also the one that might end up at the screen as a wild pitch. And there's a breaking ball, foul, another one that hangs up in the zone. So Gerardo's hanging tough, and Giles is not throwing very good sliders here in the last few pitches.
His pitch count's getting up there. He's probably not used to throwing 30 pitches.
Gomez has a big lead over at third base. He's trying to distract the pitcher as best he can. Here's a 1-2. 2-2 now. Makes a huge difference with a guy like this with a runner at third base, especially when it's the go-ahead run. 2-2. Parra fights another one off foul. That was in there at 97.
You got to figure if Parra's able to reach here, Craig Counsell probably going to go to the bench and use Adam Lind. Given there's no activity in that Phillies bullpen, no left-hander getting loose. First things first, Gerardo Parra's got to get on base.
Brewers have tied it up in this inning. An RBI from Ramirez. The 2-2 is high and away, and it is now 3-2. So from 0-2 to 3-2. Parra now in the driver's seat here with Rogers due up next. So Ramos Ramirez will start with the pitch. The 11th pitch of the at-bat. Full count. Runner goes, and it's ball 4. Giles misses. He thought he had strike 3. What an at-bat by Parra. And the bases are now loaded with 2 away. And Craig Counsell will in fact go to the bench. Let's take another look.
Well, it really is amazing that the Phillies didn't at least have a left-hander getting loose, and he got under that one. That was right at the top of the strike zone. Didn't get the call, but because there's no lefty getting loose, Craig Counsell has no problem running up Adam Lind here, one of his hottest hitters.
So Adam Lind will come off the bench to hit. With the bases loaded, a run is in. This game is all tied up, and Lind trying to change all that here and now.
That's a lot of pitches for your setup man. 34.
Just now the bullpen gets active. You could see by the way he threw that last slider. You said he's under it. He's just like spinning it up there like a frisbee.
Yeah, that's fatigue is what that is. I think that doubleheader on Sunday is influencing what the Phillies are doing with this bullpen right now.
I got Luis Garcia loosening in the pin. For now, this is Giles' hitter. Adam Lind with the bases loaded, 2 outs. Misses.
And not only has Lynn been a hot hitter, he's a very patient hitter.
Lind leads the Brewers in walks this year with 29. Yesterday, Lind in the starting lineup was 1 for 2, had 2 runs batted in. Ball 2. Giles can't find it.
Yeah, he's gassed.
36 pitches already.
All started with 2 outs and nobody on.
Braun had a hit with 2 strikes to keep the inning alive. Gomez with a 2-strike single. Ramirez drove in a run, then the walk to Parra. Ball 3. And now Lind can sit back and relax for a minute to see if Giles can throw him a strike.
Maybe take a couple, right? Everything's up in the zone, sign of being tired.
Can't imagine that Lind would be swinging 3-0. We'll see. Ruiz sets up right down the middle. He misses. Ball 4, and the Brewers take the lead on a bases loaded walk by Adam Lind. How about that? 2 runs are in. 5 consecutive base runners with 2 outs, and Pete Mackanin is going to be forced to make a move, and he may be a couple of batters too late on this one.
Yeah, no kidding. At least one. You could tell that Giles is just he emptied the tank a couple of hitters ago, and the Brewers able to take a lead. 2 outs, nobody on, 5 consecutive base runners, and look at Giles breathing heavy out there in the mound.
Luis Garcia, next man up. We'll take a break. Pitching change in Philly. Only 40 pitches in an inning, and Ken Giles is out after surrendering 2 runs. He got the first 2 out, but the next 5 batters have reached, and Pete Mackanin forced to go to the double switch. He'll bring on Luis Garcia here with 2 away in the 8th inning.
Man, another hard thrower. 36th appearance for Garcia. He pitched on Sunday in that doubleheader, an inning and a third scoreless. Garcia has not allowed a run in each of his last 7 appearances. Fastball slider for Garcia.
Darren Ruff will take over at first. Ryan Howard is out of the game. So here is Perez with the bases full, and there's another ball. The last 2 batters have walked. Hernan Perez, 2 hits tonight, 2 out of 3. Had a triple his first time up. He's been among the hottest hitters that the Brewers have in the lineup.
And they've given him a lot of that left field line. He's able to turn on one. You're going to see these guys run for a while.
1 ball, 1 strike. Brewers lead by a run, 4-3. And he goes 1-2 the count. Breaking ball there from Garcia. Now this is going to be one of those nights Pete Maccannon's going to have to answer a few questions, I would imagine. 38 pitches for Ken Giles. And he's got lefty options down there. You had to know Counsell was going to counter with his best bat on the bench.
Brewers had 3 lefties on the bench. Adam Lind, who was used, Jeanette and Peterson. Maldonado still available from the right side.
Luis Garcia facing Perez with 2 away. Bases full of Brewers here. The 1-2 pitch on the way. Another great play by Ruiz. He's done that twice in this inning.
And just a prerequisite to be a major league catcher, to be able to block pitches in the dirt with men on base. Ruiz makes it look easy.
Brewers have won 5 of their last 7. Looking for another comeback win here tonight. And a swing and a miss. Perez strikes out to end the inning and strand the bases loaded. The Brewers score twice with 2 outs and now lead 4-3. And lock this one down. The best part of their club this year has been their bullpen, especially their late inning relief. And it's going to be Will Smith on in a setup role to try to protect a 1-run lead here in the bottom of the 8th.
Yeah, it came in last night's ball game in the 8th inning, a 3-up, 3-down inning. He's been outstanding at 124 in run average in appearance number 36 here tonight. As been unscored upon in 31 of his last 35 appearances this year and a ton of strikeouts.
Defensive changes for Craig Counsell. He's got Jeanette in the game at second. That bumps Perez over to third. Adam Lind will stay in to play first. And Will Smith facing Jeff Francoeur, who is pinch hitting. 4-3 Milwaukee after a 2-run, 3-hit, 2-walk 8th inning. All of that came with 2 outs in the inning. I'll tell you, the golden at bat in that inning, and there were a few of them, but that 11-pitch walk by Gerardo Parra was the one that put Giles over the edge. That loaded the bases. Lind was able to draw the walk that allowed the Brewers to take the lead. He got the RBI the easy way.
Yeah, nothing even close to Adam Lind. Giles not even close on 4 pitches.
Braun had a 2-out hit with 2 strikes to keep the inning going. Gomez was struck out, but his at-bat was continued because Ruiz had asked for a timeout.
Yeah, that would have ended the inning, right? Yeah. That was a break.
That was a huge break in that 8th inning. And then Ramirez singled in the run that tied it.
You got it, Frenchie.
Brewers had a comeback win last night. They were down 4-1 after 2 innings last night. 6 outs from another comeback victory tonight. 2-2 to Francoeur. 3-2 now. On the ground and a base hit past a diving Segura. Francoeur with a pinch hit single to start the Philadelphia 8th.
Yeah, pretty good piece of hitting by Francoeur, going down and getting that pitch that was below the knees. I mean, it's a pretty good pitch from Will Smith, but he goes down and gets, look at the way he bends the knees, and able to get down and get it and bang it into center field. Good piece of hitting.
First at bat for Odubel Herrera, came in for defensive purposes last inning. Phillies would much rather have Cody Ashe hitting in this spot, but they tightened up their D. Now they find themselves trailing as Herrera's up there to bunt, takes a ball. Herrera now in the game in center field. Bunts it foul.
Francoeur with decent speed, so the Brewers are thinking that maybe they can get the out at second base. Keep him out of scoring position. You got Hernan Perez crashing hard from third base.
Herrera squares again, and he takes a strike. 1-2 the count. A mind-boggling statistic now that Hamels will not factor in the decision tonight. Philadelphia Phillies starters have just 2 victories in the month of June.
Well,
2 wins all month. This is the last day of the month.
Amazing.
One got away from him tonight. Hamels pitched well. There's a bunt in play. Perez will go to first, take the sure out. And a sacrifice for Herrera puts the tying run in scoring position. Smith will deal with Carlos Ruiz here. Been a long night here at the ballpark. Started with an hour and 20-minute rain delay. It's been raining off and on. It was Ruiz who gave the Phillies the lead in the 6th inning. It was tied at 2 when he stepped up with 2 outs and delivered that shot, his first home run of the season.
Yep, on a 3-0 pitch.
And Ruiz bats here with a runner at second and a 4-3 Brewer lead. Schmidt does not look as crisp as he normally does. He's been pitching a lot here lately. Rock mentioned 16 consecutive scoreless outings. Had a perfect 8th inning last night with a strikeout. And this is his 3rd consecutive day. When an inning against the Twins in the final game of that series on Sunday, struck out Joe Mauer. That's been his workload. A quick outing on last Thursday, but the last 2 games he's thrown a lot, especially against the Twins. The 3rd day in a row is always a little suspect.
And he's fallen behind 3-0 again to Ruiz. That was the count that he hit his home run his last time up, a 3-0 pitch from Taylor Youngman.
Granite's the pitching coach, and the bench coach Jerry Narin might be considering a multi-inning save for Frankie Rodriguez. 3-0 pitch. Ruiz takes ball 4, and it's 1st and 2nd now. The go-ahead run is aboard for the Phillies. Decision time for Craig Counsell. I think he just said one more hitter.
One thing's for sure, Craig Counsell's not going to leave him out there for 38 pitches. That's for sure.
Freddie Galvis.
Tough guy to double up.
There's a strike. Jeremy Jeffress in the bullpen. Role reversal from last night. And a breaking ball lifted, foul. 0-2 on Galvis.
Now you can bounce that slider, curveball in the dirt. You go from walking Ruiz on 4 pitches to jumping out in front 0-2 very quickly on Galvis.
And 2. One man out. The Brewers are looking to turn a double play. Galvis bangs one through for a base hit. Francoeur had to stop. He had to freeze on the line drive, so he is unable to score. And the Phillies have now loaded the bases for the 3rd time tonight. Brewers still clinging to a 1-run lead, but now they're full with 1 out.
And you're probably going to see Jeremy Jeffress. That was an 0-2 pitch right there. Not sure it was going to be caught. He didn't get doubled off. And once he made a stutter step back, there's no way they can score him. Not with the throwing arm that the Brewers have out there in left field in Parra.
Just not Will Smith's night tonight. Unlikely we'll see him tomorrow either. Probably could use a day off. So now it'll be in the hands of Jeremy Jeffress. We'll take a break. Tonight he put Smith in the game. Smith didn't have it tonight. Gives up 2 hits and a walk. And the Phillies have him loaded. Counsell will give the ball to Jeremy Jeffress now with 1 out. The tying run at third. The go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 8th at second base.
Well, really no margin for error for Jeremy Jeffress. 1 out, bases loaded. Pitched last night. Lost a scoreless 7th inning. Gave up a hit. Also struck out a batter. Has been unscored upon in 9 of 10. Giving up only 2 runs in 10 innings of work in that stretch. He could either strike out or even better a double play ball.
There they are. They're loaded up. Francoeur, Ruiz, Galvis. And here is Darren Ruff. His first at bat of the night. Came in on the double switch. Ruff had a hit last night. Also came in on a double switch. He was 1 for 2 last night. Jeffress, the power sinker, could use a ground ball. The Brewers will try to turn 2 to get out of this inning. And Lucroy is on his way out.
Yeah, once again, Francoeur at third base. You know, average speed. Got some pretty good throwing arms out there in the outfield for the Brewers. Jeffress trying to get one of those power sinkers down and get himself a ground ball.
It'll be his 3rd outing in the last 4 days. Yesterday had the 7th inning. And Ruff on the ground. Perez going to second. Out there. Throw to first. And it is scooped at first. What a play. A double play. And the Brewers get out of the inning. Adam Lind.
Second time he's done that in the last couple of days. That in between hop. Had to be quick. He had the right guy running. And Adam Lind with the in between hop. How about Studer hanging right in there?
What a play to get out of that inning.
That hanging right in there on that double play. That started with Jeremy Jeffress, that power sinker. Check out Jeanette. He gets taken out, and what a pick by Adam Lind, our Marshfield Clinic shining moment of the game. The double play to end the 8th. Hugs all around in that Brewers dugout.
He's a hugger. And
wasn't it Smith that was hugging Gomez last night on that catch into center field?
That's right. That's right. This time Jeffress gets the ground ball to get the Brewers out of a mess. They still lead it. Jeff Francoeur stays in to play right field after his pinch hit single. Here is Scooter Gennett. You're right about Gennett, boy. He hung right in there as the base runner Galvis, who runs well, was coming in hard on him. He took a shot as well.
You know, if Adam Lind doesn't pick that ball, that's 2 runs for Philadelphia. They have the lead. Great play on both ends. Adam Lind and Scooter Gennett, all started by Hernan Perez.
How about his last half hour? Draws a walk with the bases loaded that gives the Brewers the lead.
There's no such thing as days off in this league.
Scooter Gennett and a 2-0 count on the ground. Backhanded. Hernandez makes the play and Gennett retired. Let's take one more look at this one. That ended the inning. Could be the play of the night.
Well, starts with the pitch. Already Perez thinking I'm turning 2. And Scooter Gennett hanging right in there. And look at Lind. Not only is he able to pick it, but he's able to keep his foot on the bag.
Got a smile on his face. I think he surprised himself. He's not the most nimble of first basemen in the league. He can certainly hit, and he's doing that in a big way.
He's made a couple of those in between hop picks in the last few days. Had one on Sunday.
Gene Segura with one away. Tell you, think about the way the Phillies have lined this up. You know, Pete McCannon making a ton of double switches. Howard's out of the game. You know, that spot's going to come up perhaps next inning. It's due up 4th in the 9th. Ryan Howard's no longer in the game. Segura, fly ball, right field. Francoeur is there for out number 2.
Kind of gives you a sense where the Phillies feel Ryan Howard is right now.
That's back-to-back nights they've double switched for him. They've double switched or pinch hit for Dominic Brown. Had 2 new guys and a guy who switched position on that double play. He tightened up his defense, which brought Herrera to the plate. I mean, you can nitpick all you want. Bottom line is the Phillies, they're in a bad way right now. They're struggling. They don't have the personnel that you can call on. They're lacking some talent in some areas. But it is surprising to me that you pinch hit or double switch for Ryan Howard in back-to-back games.
Teams just don't, double switch or pinch hit for their cleanup hitters. That just doesn't happen very often. As you mentioned, back-to-back nights in close games.
Lucroy fouls it away. Yeah, 3 guys in that last inning who were batting for the first time in the game. Francoeur and Herrera, and then Ruff, who bounced into the double play. There's a shot back up the middle. Lucroy with a base hit.
And this is where it all started for the Brewers last inning. 2 outs, nobody on.
Now 5 consecutive base runners after there were 2 out. Scoring 2 runs to take the lead. It was Braun who got it going with 2 outs. And he will bat. Lucroy with his first hit. He needed that after 3 strikeouts. And Braun, a base hit down the right field line. Let's see if Lucroy can score. Francoeur's got a big arm, and the cutoff comes in. Lucroy held at third. Ryan Braun rips one down the right field line. He's got a 4-hit night tonight.
And after a 3-hit night last night, he did that last night as well. A bullet down the right field line for a double. Does it again tonight. Boy, he is swinging the bat. Look at the way he gets on top of this fastball and slices it down the line. Well, Francoeur plays it pretty well down there in the corner in his home ballpark, or any kind of a problem out there, and Lucroy scores.
Double number 12 for Braun to go along with his 15 homers. 4 hits tonight, 4 for 5, all singles, and Bob McClure is on his way to the mound once again.
Well, maybe thinking about, being careful with Gomez. You got Peterson on deck. Pitcher spot is due up. And Peters is on the on-deck circle, and maybe they're talking about perhaps pitching around him, but you got the right-hander up and a left-hander on the on-deck circle.
So here is Gomez. Gomez had a key hit last inning. Came on a 2-strike pitch. Extended the inning. And then he scored the go-ahead run. Ow, look out. Gomez shows bunt. I think it was a foul ball. And Gomez fortunate to get out of that with no injury.
Trying to bunt for a base hit. Check this out. Goodness. Gets a piece of it.
Somehow got a piece.
Yeah.
He's fortunate. No balls, 2 strikes account. We just updated the numbers for Ryan Braun at Citizens Bank Park. He's now hitting .438 for his career in this ballpark.
And he's up to .275 for this year.
He's been on a great run. Had a key 2-run home run Sunday against the Twins. Gomez off the glove and to play at first to end the inning. So the stage is set. Brewers got 2 in the 8th to take the lead. Now they are 3 outs away from another victory in Philadelphia. Dinner by Potawatomi Hotel and Casino. Book your stay now. 4-3 Brewers. We're headed to the 9th, the bottom of the 9th. Finally, long night of baseball here that began with an hour and 20-minute delay. And it's going to be Francisco Rodriguez and rock his 3rd consecutive day. He's trying to notch save number 17.
Yeah, he got number 16 last night. A scoreless inning. Gave up a hit, a strikeout in an inning of work, unscored upon in 25 of 29. An interesting note, has not allowed a run on the road this year. That covers 11 innings so far this year.
Well, Craig Counsell has pushed the right buttons here tonight. That play to get Jeffress in the game with the bases loaded and 1 out last inning, and then Jeffress getting the double play to end the inning was huge. Ben Revere will lead off once again. The 5th consecutive plate appearance where he has led off. That's got to be some kind of record, isn't it?
Doesn't say much for the bottom of the order, does it?
Cole Hamels started this game, pitched well. He went 7, giving up 2 earned runs. He was in line for the win. Taylor Youngman was on the hook for the loss. 6 innings with 2 earned runs. And neither starter will factor. Right now, Neil Kotz is the pitcher of decision for the win right now if K-Rod can finish this one off. Ken Giles on the hook for the loss. That's the workload for Rodriguez. That game on Sunday was not a save situation. He gave up 2 runs, a 2-run homer to Torrey Hunter. Took him a lot of pitches to get through that game. And he started with 3 straight balls.
And he came in with a 4-run lead against the Twins. Pitched well last night.
They had an easy save last night. And he missed. Walked him on 4 straight.
And not the guy you want to walk. Revere, big base stealer. Always spells trouble when you walk a leadoff hitter.
Tying run is on.
Brewers have 2 guys left in that bullpen, Blazek and Broxton. Craig Counsell is hoping that K-Rod can finish this one off.
As you would imagine, he'd be keeping close tabs on that pitch count. He'll be out there as long as it's a save scenario. Revere runs well. LaCroix's been on a good run throwing out base runners, but tonight the Phillies have 4 steals.
And K-Rod relatively slow to home plate.
Hernandez looks like he wants to bunt. Shows bunt, takes a ball, and that is 5 straight balls to start the inning for Francisco Rodriguez. Not a good start.
Going off fastballs for Frankie. Sometimes when you throw that breaking pitch, you might finish the delivery and you might find that release point again.
There's a bunt. Lucroy's got it. Fair territory and a throw into center field. Lucroy, another error. That is his 3rd of the series. 2 throwing errors tonight. Boy, the Brewers had a gift right in front of them. A lead out at second base.
They bunted it and deaded it right in front of home plate. Lucroy got to it quickly, but airmailed everybody and into center field. The Brewers are fortunate that Revere didn't realize it and get up and take off the 3rd. That one not even close. Good job of backing up by Carlos Gomez.
Well, the Brewers are in a tough spot now. It'll be an E2. And here is Maikel Franco, one of the Phillies' best hitters, up there with 2 on. Nobody out. 4-3. Brewers lead by a run. And a shot foul. He was ready for it. Frankie Rodriguez had just 1 save over the Brewers' first 15 games. This would be his 9th in the month of June. But he's got a lot of work ahead of him here. He desperately needs a strikeout. No balls and a strike. Franco takes a ball low.
Man, Phillies couldn't ask for better speed on the bases either. 2 of their fastest base runners.
Well, instead of Ryan Howard coming up, he was double switched out of the game. Andres Blanco is on deck. 1 ball, 1 strike. Franco at the plate, and he takes down and in. 2 balls and a strike. And like Will Smith, K-Rod doesn't look like he's on his game tonight either.
And fastball command has been so good for Frankie all season long, and kind of lost it here tonight so far, but he can find it quickly.
2 on, nobody out. 3-1. Franco, the rookie, among league leaders in the National League in the rookie categories offensively. Got to make a good pitch here. 3 balls, 1 strike. Tying run at second. And a swing and a miss.
Change up.
Did he take a hack?
Yep.
And K-Rod throws him his money pitch.
Yeah, with the fastball, he probably hits it out of the ballpark, but he pulled the string on the changeup. Boy.
Any pitch, any count for K-Rod, especially that changeup. See what he gives him. 3-2 and a swing and a miss. He struck him out. He went back to it. And Franco strikes out. What a turnaround for K-Rod.
And again, I mean, first time he's thrown anything but a fastball in this inning. Back-to-back changeups, starting on a 3-1 pitch and got him on the 3-2 count.
That's impressive.
That's what he can do against young hitters. Over aggressive, sitting on the fastball, and make him look bad on the changeup.
All right, so here is Andres Blanco pinch hitting for the pitcher. 1 gone, 2 on. Tying run at second, winning run at first for the Phillies. Blanco takes a strike. Dropped another changeup in there. Brewers had an early lead on Hamels, 2-0. Phillies were able to tie it in the 3rd. They took the lead on a Ruiz homer in the 6th. And then the Brewers got 2 with 2 outs in the 8th to regain the lead. 0-2 the count. Another changeup. Everybody on that top rail. No balls, 2 strikes. See what he does. Came in at 86. I think it was a changeup. I'm not sure what it was.
Somewhere in between a fastball and a changeup. I'm not sure.
He either threw a fastball not as hard as he wanted or a changeup harder than he wanted.
Well, at least it was down.
This guy's been a good pinch hitter this year. Only skipped Schumacher with more pinch hits. You see Jason Rogers of the Brewers in there. Brewers looking for a ground ball. Double play would end this game. And a little tapper foul.
He's got a fastball swing going. You don't want to make a mistake with that pitch. Got hitters out in front of the changeup. You don't want to help them out with a fastball for sure.
Great speed on the bags for the Phillies. And a walk and an error to put the first 2 on. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count. And a swing and a little pop up left field. Parra is there. And a throw to second, just back. Is Revere. That was close. Parra took a chance and almost got this game over with quickly.
I'll tell you, a chance doing that, but you know, how about if that ball is a little bit errant? I mean, that ball's down in right field corner. Yep, he's safe, but boy, what a throw by Gerardo Parra. The Brewers 1 out away from getting out of this mess. Another changeup by Francisco Rodriguez gets him on the weak pop-up.
I think every pitch in the at-bat was a changeup, was it not?
Except for that middle speed one.
Right, whatever that was. All right, so it is Jeff Francoeur who pinch hit and had a single in the 8th inning. Up for the 2nd time. He is a first ball swinger. I'm sure K-Rod knows that. And he starts him with a changeup and a ground ball foul.
He does take a hack up there.
Hey, what the changeup has been the bailout pitch thus far for Frankie Rodriguez.
They couldn't throw the fastball for strikes, so they started throwing something else, and he's been able to turn the inning around. He's got 1 more out to go.
Francoeur pops it foul, out of play. Got a fastball that time. He was late. And it is 0-2 on Jeff Francoeur. And now K-Rod a strike away from sealing up yet another save, his 9th of the month.
Yeah, bury that changeup down in the dirt. Remember the hit that Francoeur got on Will Smith? It was down around the shoe tops. He went down and got it. So you're going to throw it down there, get it really down.
Here we go. 0-2 the count. Tying run at second base. K-Rod deals a fastball and he misses. Not a bad show pitch. Think about the Phillies tonight. They had the bases loaded in the second. They got just 1 run. Bases loaded in the third, scored just 1 run. Had them loaded in the 8th inning, did not score after a double play. Now 2 on with nobody out. And now 2 gone, and K-Rod a chance to finish it off. 2-2. K-Rod's been 1 step ahead of the hitters all year. When they're looking change up, he throws fastballs and vice versa. 2-2. And he got him, a strikeout on a changeup. Frankie Rodriguez with a thrilling save here in the 9th. The Phillies get 2 on with nobody out. They cannot score, and the Brewers win. A snatch them back tonight. 4-3 the final score. Milwaukee gets 2 in the top of the 8th to win this game. And some incredible relief pitching and some Houdini pitching late in this game, partner.
And how about the defense by the Brewers turning that double play in the 8th inning? You know, Perez to Jeanette to Lynn. All smiles for the Brewers at the end of this one tonight.
Makes a winner out of Neil Kotz. Giles the loss. K-Rod 17 for 17. It was Adam Lind who had the bases loaded walk that produced the game-winning RBI. Time for Brewers Live. Long night. We're ready for Brewers Live with Jeff Grayson and Jerry Augustine. They are standing by. Take it away, fellas.